Like, pick your brain. What did we watch? Think Saturday. What did we watch? Was it Friday or was it Saturday?
I don't know. We watched the Alien Invest. No, we did watch a movie before that.
What was the movie?
No, you watched Salem's Lot, which was garbage.
Oh no, don't watch Salem's Lot. That was terrible. That was really awful.
I was gonna watch Azrael. So.
The Salem's Lot was rubbish. It was basically, it was like they just, it was like a cheap TV thing. And also it was like the storyline was just all over the place. And it was just like not in line with the book or any of the films. It was awful. The only good thing I would say of it was the wee boy was a good actor. I felt he was really good. But like all the rest, it was like really terrible. It was awful.
I don't know. We are going to watch Independence Resurgence. That's what it's called. But we didn't. We just ended up watching the Investigation Alien series.
That was good.
That's kind of good.
I'm going to be watching this movie also called Zombie Ninjas versus Black Ops.
That sounds like a video game.
Yeah.
I was thinking that as well.
Yeah,
Hot Frosty was good. I really enjoyed that movie, Hot Frosty. It's a wee Netflix number, but it was actually pretty good.
I think I saw that. I mean, not the movie, but I think I saw it just like in Netflix. Like some Christmas movie or some shit.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Dark, didn't you make a movie channel?
It's definitely a sort of like feel good. What was it you were saying, Glenn?
Didn't you make a movie channel?
I've not done that yet.
She's not going to do that, Glenn.
No, I said you.
Me? I can't be fucked.
No, wait, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so on your server, I'm surprised you don't have like a movie channel, like.
Because the only person that does movies is her, and she's only in once a week.
Oh.
And she doesn't read the text channels.
Oh, okay.
Either that or be Cheyenne talking about a bunch of crappy gore stuff she's watching the Shudder.
Yeah, that's Zombie Ninjas versus Black Ops.
Wait.
Yeah.
You know, I did watch Megan on Netflix, and I thought it was going to be really terrible, but it was actually okay. It was actually all right.
Is that the robot girl one?
The robot girl one, yeah. It was okay. I went into it thinking it was going to be so bad, but it ended up it was okay.
Yeah, I've actually heard a lot of people saying it was all right.
Look,
I think because
I saw like the trailers and I thought it was like, oh, this is gonna be some garbage.
Yeah, it looked garbage.
Yeah.
Probably is garbage.
It was actually
it's the robot dancing. I'm like, okay, that's.
It's because see when you watch like you know, like The Conjuring or Annabelle or something, and you're like, they're really bad. If you got what I mean, it wasn't that bad. If you got what I mean, there was an actual story arc and everything to it, and it was they had like a beginning, middle, and end, and they had
the basic components of a movie. Fantastic.
Yeah.
You said that's the beginning, middle, end. I sure hope so.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
Like
it wasn't like
requirement.
Yeah. Well, Salem's Law, like that new movie, that they didn't have that requirement. Yeah.
It had structure. It wasn't that bad.
It was bad. It was
It
really
was bad, but it had structure.
I didn't feel it had structure.
There's
I
very
felt
few
like
movies I've watched that don't have structure. Suicide Squad being one of them.
That's fair.
I don't know what else we fucking watched. The other day, I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it was the Salem's Lot.
Yeah, was there any? I felt there was something else, but
No,
oh
so
well.
we were going to watch Independence Day, and then we watched the Salem's Lot thing. And then the next day we watched the
Oh, I
Aliens.
forgot. Oh no, you didn't watch something. I watched something. It was called Killer Party. It was really good. And watch that, Glim. It was really good. You'd enjoy that, I think.
Just Killer Party.
Oh, that new Hellboy's up in Prime.
So it's basically like about it's like this party that's like this
Killer.
dinner party, and like you don't know at first, but they're the people there are addicts, but they're like murderer addicts, and then there's other people that are there that want to like rob them, and that's the and obviously the ones that are trying to rob them, like nothing good
Get
happens to
murderized.
them.
So
It was really good.
You know the new Hellboy must be bad because it's brand new out on Prime, and it's less than $5 to rent it. Whereas
Wait,
usually
like-
it's 16 for like a brand new movie.
So bad. That's starting to make me mad too, because it's like, why are they so bad now?
Because it's not Guillermo del Toro, Ron Perlman.
I mean, the guy who wrote this one is the guy who wrote the comic book, so the writing you would assume must be okay. I haven't watched this. I don't know what it is. I mean, it's got a very low budget.
Brian Taylor?
No, Mike Magnolia or whatever.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you said writers. Okay, so yeah. Then again, he wrote Hellboy 1. He wrote Hellboy 1.
Well, I think the new one is probably closer to like the
comic story. I think it's literally a comic story.
Yeah, it's closer to the actual comics and the world building of Hellboy's world and stuff like that. But like just I don't even know how to describe it. It felt like it was just all over the place.
Bad director then.
Yeah, I think that's really what did it in. And then I didn't like the guy they got playing Hellboy. He's an alright actor, but I don't know.
He's not Ron Perlman.
Ron Perlman was just amazing.
It's like,
and I think they would have done a lot better.
Jackman, man. It's not going to satisfy people.
I feel like they tried to capture Guillermo del Toro's like monsters, but you could just tell there's a difference there, and it's not the same.
But that's probably budget though, right?
Yeah,
maybe.
Was it a few years back? It was the guy from Stranger Things, wasn't it?
Yeah, David Harbour.
Yeah. Is that not? Is there another one that came out? I just never knew it.
There's another one.
Man. The Crooked Man is an even cheaper one with an even less known person.
I didn't even know there was one even out.
Yeah.
There's another one, yeah.
Yeah, the Crooked Man is called. You're thinking the one with Mia Jovovich was the witch in it?
Yeah, that's the one. Oh shit, I didn't
The
even know.
visuals in that were actually much better than the visuals in this one.
Man, these reviews are not showing it at all.
No.
Oh no.
What's it called? Hellboy and the Crooked Man?
No, because
it's in the general.
This one is the guy who wrote the comic book, or at least helped write the script, the story for this one. So you would expect the writing to be better than the last one, who I don't know who fucking wrote the last one.
Wait, this is a different Hellboy. Who the fuck is this guy?
This is a nobody because this is like very cheap. They filmed it in like Slovakia or something.
Dude, it looks like a fan film. Like a good fan film, but like not a. What is this?
Yeah, they clearly have. Even when something is bad, they normally have the confidence when it's fresh out on Prime to buy or rent to have it at full price for a release for at least like a month or a few weeks before it goes down or on sale. But this one is coming out at bargain bin basement prices.
Oh man, that's rough.
Oh no, Dark Horse Entertainment on this.
It was funny that we were talking about Independence Day 2, and then like the next day there was a big thread on the subreddit for movies that was talking about it. And I was like, is this Glim that's like posted this? Because who else is thinking about this right now, man?
Oh, by the way,
It's
no,
a
I
bit
didn't see
psyche.
Independence Day.
No, you didn't watch it, yeah. It
Nope,
was funny
'cause
as
you
a big
said not
thread
to
about
watch
the one, and they were saying the same things as me, like, yeah, the world building the first 10 minutes was kind of cool, and then it was like, what the hell?
Yeah, you said not to watch it, so I didn't watch it. So you're like, don't watch it. I'm like, okay.
We've been
No,
waiting.
he said don't
all...
watch it. I said watch it, man.
I was
No,
gonna
no,
say.
I said it's garbage. I didn't say don't watch it.
Oh,
I have it in the background where you're doing something, which is how I assume you do it most of the time anyway.
go ahead.
I was saying we're waiting all week for the Weston character. I'm like wanting to know. Like I want to know. I actually forgot all about it, and then it just now I was like, oh, but I feel like I need to know, but yeah.
But you didn't care.
It was a busy week. Well, it was a busy week, so.
You don't care. It's not important.
But yeah, I did like Battlefield LA. I just wish they would have expanded.
You gotta be joking me, man.
Okay.
That is a movie that did not have any structure. Like I can't tell you anything about the plot. Or I have no idea what it was. John Travolta's
is that the one with the aliens or
thing?
Can I just say, right?
I'm so confused now.
The guy that plays Weston, what has he been in?
What do you mean the guy who plays Weston? He's me! Waluigi!
What's he been in? It's so annoying.
Nothing is an AI generated image.
It's not an AI generated image. There's something he's been in.
Yes. It
might be a guy who looks similar.
It takes images from the words you've put in, and it tries to create a variation of that based on what you put in.
But it's given someone that I think I've
but
seen
it's
in
not,
a movie.
It will be based on somebody's photograph, but it will not be somebody's. It will not be an
it's not an exact copy.
Okay.
It's that's funny. But yeah, Battlefield LA, was that the kind of newer movie? Or like,
it wasn't new,
it's like
John Travolta had it paid to get it made.
That one!
It was
Jesus.
Wait, John Travolta made it? Oh no.
Yes, because
he was in it.
It's a Scientology funded movie.
Battlefield LA is a Scientology movie.
Yes.
Yes.
You know what? No, it's fine because now I'm just gonna. I rated this high, and now I'm gonna just give it a little 2 stars.
Why did you rate it high? It's fucking terrible.
I loved it.
You're going to have to tell me how you thought it was decent because it is trash.
Dude, I remember watching that as a kid, and as a stupid kid with nothing in his head, I thought that movie was garbage. I'm still stupid, but I was way dumber back then, and I still thought it was shit. I was like, what the fuck even is this movie?
It's only 2011. Like, what are you,
See,
like 14?
This guy, like, this movie is a must-see masterpiece. It's clearly glorious, plural, and full of ignoring the third world countries.
You didn't see that, did you?
No, this guy did.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's a great alien invasion.
If it was out like 10 years later, it would have been a meme because it's that bad. It was too early to be a meme, really.
I keep getting like fucking Battle Los Angeles, which I'd like that one, but like fucking
that's the one I like, Battle Los Angeles.
Yeah, the John Travolta one. It's literally just called Battle Los Angeles.
Is it? Yes.
Yeah, wait, is that the movie you're talking
about? Battle Los Angeles,
Travolta...
also known as Battle LA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's
internationally
not
as World Invasion Battle Los Angeles.
Okay,
that is the movie.
That one's different.
Wow. The more you know.
Aaron Eckhart is the lead in it. And he is a bargain basement TV lead. I don't mind him. I think he's actually a half decent actor. But
why would you say that about Eckhart? Oh
but
my!
when you can't afford a proper lead in a film, he's the type of person you get.
So
he's definitely he kind
He
of
would agree with that, right?
Wait. So he's
I'm sure even he would.
Punisher.
Yes.
What's that guy's name from The Punisher?
Oh fuck.
Oh,
Which one?
I know who you're talking about, but I can't remember.
I'm gonna agree with you there. I just looked him up and I was like, I agree.
If you see him in a film and he's the lead, you're like, this is a cheap movie, but it might be passable.
Yeah,
but this one isn't the John Travolta Battlefield Los Angeles. That was
the one with Michael Pena. Ensemble cast includes Michelle Rodriguez, who's another person who gets in films for cheap, but she's pretty likable, and Michael Pena, who I believe is a Scientologist. This is why they're all in it, because they're Scientologists.
Wait, okay, hold on. I need to really look at. There ain't no way.
I'm so mad now. I'm like, damn it.
Yeah, because there was the other movie that I remember watching, which is like fucking cheap ass 90s. It had John Travolta in it and stuff like that. But
maybe that's Battlefield Earth.
Thank you.
That's what
one.
it's called, Battlefield
Yeah,
Earth.
thank you. What the fuck? Man, let me go back and put on my damn.
That was definitely that was.
I thought the other one was the Scientology
Battlefield
one.
Earth. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, yeah, because I was like, this is the other one, though. Yeah, because I like this one, but I mean, this one might be, but
yeah.
Okay,
you know what's really sad? Forrest Whitaker's in that movie. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Battle Los Angeles is still garbage though, trash. Like you'd have to tell me why it's good.
Okay. Let me. I'll rephrase it. The movie itself is okay, but
which one
I
are you talking about?
Okay, the Battlefield LA. Battle for Earth or whatever it's fucking called. That one's Scientology bullshit. That one's garbage.
Ending was
That's
hilarious.
what I was talking about whenever I watched it as a kid. It was like that.
Right.
This
Battlefield
is so
Earth looks funny at least because it's like cheesy bad. Like
I
fucking.
still can't believe the premise
it's
of it.
more like that, but it takes itself so seriously that you're like, they
I've
really
never
thought
watched that.
like.
And then all they wanted was gold.
So
I'm like, wait a minute. So you're making them smarter for you to get gold. I'm like, what?
But you know the guy that wrote Scientology was like a failed science fiction writer. So
Yeah, 100%.
his science fiction that he used for the tale of Scientology is like
Literally
not good.
Scientology. It's the origins of Scientology is literally this the I forget his name, but the writer and his friend going like making a deal like, I bet you anything I can make a religion, and the guy was like, all right.
Well, it wouldn't have been a bet,
literally
but
went
he
on
did
to
it
create
because
Scientology.
he did it because you don't have to pay tax on
Well, yeah.
religions, and he was like, well, why don't I just make a religion and then I can do my business and not pay tax on it?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's garbage from the very start.
And he knew it too. He's like, yeah, this is all bullshit.
Well, yeah, he knew it. It's not that it's fucking bought into it.
And people buy into it. It's like a fucking cult, dude.
And that's sad too, because that make you. I'm like, wait a minute. If this is so easy.
I'm sorry, but these things all equally apply to every religion.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
They're all ridiculous tales that people buy into.
Exactly, and that's so scary because I'm like, wait
There's
a minute.
like just nothing redeeming about fucking Scientology. I get some people want faith to cling on to something and stuff like that, and that's fine and dandy. But like Scientology, there ain't nothing redeeming about it.
Okay, how's it any different?
So bad it's good award. No, it's not.
It takes money from its members. It hides up people who are abusive within its hierarchy. How is this any different from other organized religions?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're more predatory about cutting off people from people who are not part of the cult. I'll give you that, and that's what makes it a cult rather than like a religion, I guess.
Yes.
But I mean, that's kind of like the only big difference.
Okay, this 5-star says if animal
I'll concede to that.
Is racked uncooked, then it makes it.
But anyway, Battlefield Los Angeles. I mean, you're gonna have to explain to me how that's not utter trash or garbage.
It's
aliens
it's
attack,
fairly
and then a
garbage.
bunch of boring explosions happen, And I remember the two, like Michelle Rodriguez and Eckhart guy, being in army fatigues on a highway and smoke. And that's all I remember from it.
To be fair though, that's basically the plot. Yeah, basically.
That's not a plot.
Yeah, and again, I agree with you there. It's not a great movie. I like it simply because the way that the aliens moved. Not even
so better.
So
not even how like the aliens.
Right, the way you're saying you like it is the way I'm saying. The Independence Day 2 was decent because the alien, all the visual stuff was cool.
Yeah,
but like, I didn't think in Battlefield LA it was because all I remember was a lot of smoke.
That's fair. I
don't even remember what the aliens looked like because it wasn't memorable.
That's fair. They really weren't. They were kind of vaguely like cyborg. It's weird, but for some reason, Battlefield Los Angeles to me stands out more because at least the aliens used like tactics. It seemed like the soldiers took cover and stuff like that. It was cool for that to me.
What?
Most alien movie or action movies in general where people just fucking don't do that sort of thing.
I'm pretty sure most action films people dive behind cover and stuff like that. They don't just stand there in a wide open car park. Except maybe Tomorrow War. I have a vision of Tomorrow War. They were all just sort of standing shooting with no cover.
Okay, well, yeah, that. But like a lot of alien movies at the time was like just they didn't use cover or tactics. It always seemed like, well, why? If it's such an advanced civilization, surely they would use like strategy and tactics instead of just
for something everybody does.
I saw the seating.
That was my thoughts.
As a 4-year-old at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I wasn't 4 at the time. I thought you were talking about Battlefield Earth.
Yeah, that one was trash. Have you seen The Host?
Oh, and as a 4-year-old, I was definitely like, that's just garbage.
The Korean, The Host?
I think so.
No, I rented it to watch because I heard it was really good, like a long time ago. But I don't think I watched it.
What about The Invitation?
Is that the one with the 3 vampires?
Actually, no, it's psychological.
I don't think
because something was going down in it.
Laura, did you watch The Invitation?
No, we haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I know what one you're talking about because I've seen the trailer, but I haven't watched it yet. It's on my list.
I still haven't seen Casablanca.
It's really good.
So I haven't seen Deer Hunter.
I don't like
Deer Hunter.
I don't like Deer Hunter that much, man.
It's very long. Yeah, I didn't think that much of it either, to be honest.
Oh, hey, Goose.
Holy shit!
Because like when DVDs were first like a big thing, I didn't really watch movies because I was like 21 or something, and I only just started watching films at that point, and I got all the like classics to watch, so like the gangster movies and Deer Hunter and Rambo and all that kind of.
Yeah.
And like when I started to watch them all, and I just remember Deer Hunter, and I was like, this one isn't as good as it's kind of meant to be.
I feel like maybe that
stars in Deer Hunter. I don't think I've ever heard of it.
Christopher Walken and Stallone.
Wow.
Like,
is it not De Niro?
Is it De Niro? Maybe it is. I can't even remember. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Stallone.
It's De Niro.
Yeah, you're right. That's what it is.
I feel like that one. I feel like that one maybe means more to you if you're like of the age to have like experienced Vietnam firsthand, maybe.
I mean, maybe, but I watched a whole bunch of Vietnam movies at the time, like Platoon. It's got to be one of my
Platoon.
That's going to be one of my top 10 films because it's amazing. And
I haven't seen that
there was
in
Hamburger
years.
Hill,
I love it.
and there was what was the other ones? Apocalypse Now.
Oh yeah.
Rambo.
You're gonna make a video game
which is still a Vietnam film. Like I watched a whole bunch of the other ones around the same time, but they were all a lot better. I felt than Deer Hunter.
Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah, my family didn't really go to a lot of those movies. I mean, I remember Rambo, but like I think that was the only one.
Well, this was
only kind of movie about.
There's no reason I really started watching films.
Yeah, that's me too. Like, we definitely didn't watch Rambo theater release or nothing like that.
I've seen that. I've seen.
Actually, my dad denies this, but I still remember the day that we first got our first DVD player, because at the time, we had the VHS and shit like that, and my dad was, I remember he was so serious when it happened, but like, he's like, oh man, these DVDs are so cool, you don't have to rewind it or anything, you just take it out and can put it back in and start it where you left off. It's like,
oh yeah.
Yeah. I'd laugh and tell him about that. He's like, I never said that. I was like, you 100% did that. I remember.
I got my mum didn't even have the DVD player, but I got a stereo, and it was a 5-disc player thing we picked up with first, and that kind of shit. Music was my thing, and it had part of it was a built-in DVD player, and it came with Deep Blue Sea. What was the films? It came with like 5 movies, and Deep Blue Sea was one of them, and Deep Blue Sea remains like a comfort film for me, man.
That's honestly, that tracks, I think. I don't remember
the other ones.
I used to be so terrified of that fucking movie, and now growing up, looking back on it, I was like, that was some goofy shit. That's the shark one, wasn't it?
Yeah, with LL Cool J, Samuel Jackson.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
What? With the shark?
And Thomas Jane, who was the Punisher.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the time. That's the guy. That's
like
Parker's,
Deep Blue Sea as well.
All interlinked.
Yeah. It's so fucking funny. I love whenever Samuel L. Jackson did that fucking rousing speech, and just right at the very end, a shark.
Dude, I was in the theater when that happened. Okay, I was like, oh crap. Cause it just happened.
As a kid, that scared the shit out of me. But looking back on it now, it's I don't know what about it terrified me, but it's just fucking.
Yeah, it's suddenness of it, man.
Yeah.
I can imagine in American cinema, everybody just be like, damn.
Yeah, exactly. That's what exactly we all said too.
Yeah. People don't do that here. People don't do that here, man.
Well, they just look at it.
Yeah, you'll like laugh and clap and stuff in movies. People don't do that here.
Nobody laughs, really.
You're just quiet and silent.
Quiet giggle, yeah. Nobody. There's not like
Yeah.
laugh. I went to see Van Wilder in the States,
and
it was such a weird experience because everybody was like laughing and throwing stuff and cheering and all that, and I was like, this is like being at a fucking carnival or something.
They did that once. Mamma Mia. People were like,
hate that fucking series.
And they were like,
I can't stand that fucking musical. I love musical, but that one, fuck that one. I can't stand it.
My girlfriend, anytime she wants to get a rise out of me, she fucking starts singing that song, and I just glare at her. It makes her giggle every fucking time.
Swindle, why do you don't like that series?
I don't like musicals, and B, the fucking song gets stuck in my head, and it ruins my entire fucking
mine's
week.
different than yours. Because when I actually studied that movie, I'm like, wait a minute. So he leaves with the bait and keeps it. Oh my god, I can't even talk right now. So he leaves. He leaves away, and now she has to stay with the baby. And then part 2, it happens to her kid. I hate that fucking show. Oh my god. Hate that fucking show.
I legitimately don't know anything about the plot. It's just the fucking
exactly. That's the plot. That is the plot.
I don't know why you were watching an ABBA musical.
Look, I like musicals, but
I legitimately never watched the movie, but the fucking song kept on playing because I worked at the theater, so I would constantly hear that fucking song. I would constantly hear that fucking song, and it would get stuck in my head, and it would just piss me off because I hate the song.
I love Carousel, and I love what's the other ones? I like Carmen. I love what else? I love all of them. West Side Story and
the classic musicals.
Yeah, Oklahoma and all of that. I just love it all.
I'm gonna say this as clean as again. I like the Cats musical.
You like Cats musical? I love Cats and I love musical. I do not like the Cats musical. That is one thing I do not like.
I didn't like the movie. Okay,
I'm not even.
I can even say that.
Yeah, he's seen the same thing as you, and he doesn't like the movie of it.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna deny that I didn't like the Cats musical growing up. I still do.
It's kind of funny because
Such a
all it
weird
was
movie.
is just an introduction. It was just a big introduction of all these cats that want to go to cat heaven. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
that's
I
cute.
No,
love
I-
like as
I
well. I love
usually-
Into the Woods. I love Into the Woods. I just
Oh, that
love
one
it.
sucked.
Divorce.
I usually have like a defense for a lot of the shit that I like for whatever my girlfriend's like, finds it and then just gives me a weird look. I usually have like a defense for it. For Cats, I'm like, yeah, no, this is weird. I fully understand. This is weird. I don't know why I like it. I just do. But I agree. It's weird.
I loved as well, like, see the Witches of Eastwick, and they had this guy that was like, he was a Glasgow singer. It was like Marty Pellow that was on. Is that his name, Marty Pellow?
Marty Pellow,
Eh,
infamous
yeah.
from the singer from the band Wet Wet Wet, and also a heroin addict.
Okay.
Oh my.
Nice. But he did have a rare voice. He had a good singing voice. And I really liked him as the main character in the
I think I need
musical
to stop
Witches of
watching.
Eastwick.
Yeah, I think I need to stop watching indies because the stuff that's really bad now, I don't see them that bad. I think I better stop watching indie stuff because that's
Well,
bad.
This is what happens. Like you said it as well, Hun, didn't you? That like basically, like as you get older, like you're more tolerant. I think, like as you know,
What?
of some
No.
things. Well, you said that.
No.
That to
I
me.
said as you get older, it's funny because things that you would write off when you were younger, you can actually
Yeah.
enjoy, and like all the things
Yeah.
that got like stupid dad jokes and real, that kind of humor.
Yeah.
You find
Yeah.
yourself like ha ha ha, and you're like, what the fuck am I doing?
It's like,
Because it's
it
not.
almost possesses you.
But when
It's
you're
like-
older and it just, I don't know, you just kind of want a more mellow, evened
Yes.
out, silly timey things, man.
To be honest with you, when the stuff that I like, for example, Priest, I'm like, dude, this would have been a little bit better if they had more movie to it. Because I actually like this there's concepts I just like. Vampire Hunter, Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. I wish they had more of that.
That's just the execution of that wasn't the best it could have been. But I mean,
The
like,
Van
that's what
Helsing thing with
happens.
Hugh Jackman.
I've always loved, like, I would say, like, one of my favorite movies is Wedding Crashers. Like, I've always loved it, but, like, as I've got older, like, I love it even more. I just, like, I like you, like, you said about, like, the dad jokes is just, like, so
Yeah.
funny. I just find there's just so many parts to
Yeah,
that
and like
movie
sitcoms.
that are so funny.
Like when you're younger, like sitcoms are, you don't have the fucking time for them. But when you get older,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, these are actually really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
it's true.
A little bit more relatable and shit like that.
I don't even know if it's. I mean, I guess it must be something like that, but I don't know. You're just more chilled out to like mundane,
Yeah.
easy humor. Do you know what I mean?
Rita, that was a
Yeah,
great
for sure.
adaptation.
Speaking
Oh,
of
give it-
easy humor and chilled out times,
And now time for something completely different.
so everybody recalls you escaped the temple place that you were in.
Mm-hmm.
Although you seem to have came out several weeks after you came in, and that amount of time certainly did not pass for you. They
Completely
were rags.
unscathed.
You found down the side in the dark and stormy weather on the side of the mountain, which appeared to belong to Killian because it had his papers. And of course, at this time period in this place, everybody has their documents with them at all times. Or if they're having to pass through checkpoints or anything like that, they would have them on them. So something has happened to Killian. Then you came across the man who you'd just came across inside the temple. But he was much older and appeared to have been outside the temple for far longer than you had, which doesn't make any sense. And then when you're talking to him about the creature, he seemed to kind of been going along with it, as if he knew stuff, although he wasn't kind of all there or making a lot of sense. But then when Cian told him that, the creature was like after you and you displeased it, he kind of went in a panic and then hitched the lift back to Tunis, and you guys went along with him. He then explained something about what he knew about what the creature was looking for, and you produced the tablet that Lewis had been drawn to and taken from the temple. And then Cian smashed it on the ground and the guy started scooping up all the bits that you were smashing, crying and in a panic as you did so, and then you just left him, and then you just went off to just kind of collect your thoughts, get a breakfast, and figure out what's next. And as you are sitting down in this little cafe in Tunis, who walks in but the man who looks just like Lieutenant Weston. He looks just like the same, except he's not as neat looking. His hair is a bit unkempt. He really doesn't look like he's been sleeping well. You know, he's got the look of a man who's been quite haggard and stressed out lately. But he comes in, doesn't pay you any attention, sits down on the other side of the cafe from you, orders a breakfast croissant or something, and a coffee, and just kind of like sits down to his meal across from you without saying a word. And that's where we are.
Is he in uniform or like casual wear?
I did describe him as wearing an officer's uniform, so he will be in uniform.
That's right.
But before he was very neat, buttoned up, obviously very, kind of got the impression that he was sort of uptight. He's got his top button unbuttoned, his shirt's a bit kind of messy. Clearly not paying as much attention to his appearance.
Psst, psst. Should we say something to him, or should we just leave it? Should we go over? I'm whispering this to everyone.
I don't know. It could be him. Could be something else. If it was the creature wearing his face again, he would surely have recognized us.
Sure. I think we should just go over and speak to him, because I think, you know, it might be a missed opportunity if we don't.
Maybe he's got some clues for us at the very least. If it's not the creature and it's actually the man himself, he's here. He needs to have. He's had to have heard of our Weston or something.
What do you think, Adam? What do you think, Lewis?
He doesn't seem to recognize us. At least he hasn't recognized us yet.
What's around? Oh, go ahead. Dark, what's around him?
What do you mean, what's around him? He's sitting at a little cafe table. He's got a cup of coffee in front of him and a little wooden stirrer that he's stirring it. He pulls over a newspaper that was already lying on the table and seems to be looking it over while he's stirring his coffee. And the waitress brings him over a little dish with like a butter spread and a couple of croissants.
What did you say, Lewis?
He doesn't seem to have recognized us. I mean, can we be sure this doesn't seem like the Weston that we know?
No, it doesn't. Makes me wonder if it's actually Weston as a human.
Why don't we all just go over?
Yeah, you do that. Gloria, you're a woman, so it may work.
Why don't we go over and talk to him?
Yeah, Gloria, do it. I mean, use that fire.
Okay, I'll go over and talk to him.
All right, we'll keep watch.
Okay.
So you shuffle around and let Gloria out of the booth that you are sat in. He's only a few feet away from you, Gloria, if you want to go around the table that sort of sits between you all.
Hello, Weston?
It takes a second before he looks up. I'm sorry? I beg
Weston?
your pardon? I think you're mistaking me for someone.
No, you're Weston. You're our lieutenant.
I am a lieutenant. That's correct,
Yeah.
madam.
You were
I'm sorry, you are?
managing Gloria Pemberton?
Pemberton?
Yes.
I say. Dr. Pemberton? Would that be?
Yes.
Well, that's fortunate. Please have a seat. Motions to the chair across from him.
Sure. I will just get everybody else.
He
that
looks
is
across
here.
the room because I mean you're only a few feet away.
Yeah.
These men are with you?
Yes. You know them as well. You must.
Well, no, madam. I'm afraid I don't. But I do know your name.
Oh, okay. I am what's called Heather for them to come over.
Heather.
Come, Heather.
All right, I walk over.
I'm sorry, Dr. Pemberton. Weston, you called me?
Yes, you're.
How do you know that name?
Through you and Captain Farrington.
Farrington?
Yes, he was your main consult. Was Captain?
I'm sorry, I'm terribly confused. I don't know a Captain Farrington.
Oh.
Well, a man bearing a very striking resemblance to you, sir, identified himself as Lieutenant Weston, our commanding officer, or one of our commanding officers.
When you're talking, he puts his one arm on the table and points at you. You would be Mr. O'Doyle then, yes?
Sorry, someone knocked on the door. One more time, what was that last bit?
He puts his arm on the table and points at you, and he's like, you would be Mr. O'Doyle then, yes?
Okay.
And if I'm not mistaken, Barker and Winston?
Yes, sir.
That's us, sir, yes.
Who are you, sir?
My name's Milo Brenslow.
Milo Blenshaw. Someone write that down.
You probably noticed Lewis, he has a slight accent, which reminds you of the Polish soldiers that you've spent some time around.
Yes, I imagine we've been missing for some time.
Well, I should think so. The Major Noble has been looking for you.
We were kidnapped.
Well, that sounds
Lost,
like
more like.
Well, it was a bit kidnapped by the Brotherhood.
I'm sorry. The what?
The Brotherhood.
Well, alrighty then.
I'm sorry. This is a little confusing. So, the name Weston. Perhaps we should start from the beginning to sort this mess out. I'm working for the Special Branch for the British Armed Forces, and there was an inquiry made from Major Noble of the camp here as to a Lieutenant Weston, and as Special Branch knows, that is actually a name I have used in the past. So I was requested to come here when I just arrived the other day. I had a meeting with the Major, and that's how I know your names. He showed me the file pertaining to Mr. O'Doyle here, and the incident at the camp.
Well, someone has your face. You have a doppelganger?
Yes, he alluded to, and that was his concern, that there was some sort of imposter, and that you'd all possibly been misled or were in cahoots with this imposter. But you're saying you were kidnapped?
Yes.
I mean, I'm not entirely sure of the details, Mr. O'Doyle, but I was led to believe that you had shot a man and apparently killed him, point blank range, in front of several witnesses.
It was a monster. That he, it was all in self-defense.
The reality of our situation is going to be incredibly difficult to believe.
Quite. Perhaps we should go somewhere else to discuss this and straighten this out. I was asked here as part of the investigation into what's happened. Major Noble seems to suspect that there was more in play than would first appear. I promise I will be duty bound to hand you in, Mr. O'Doyle, in due course, but that would be following our investigation. But perhaps there's somewhere we could go to discuss this so that prying ears might not hear.
Okay. What do you have in mind?
Well, I have a room at the nearby hotel, if that would suit you all.
Fantastic. Oh, wait, Gloria, you think we should go get the mail?
I think we already grabbed the mail.
Yeah, you grabbed your mail.
Yeah, we grabbed the mail. Remember, you're down to 1 again.
No, the reason why I said that was because I'm trying to see if we went back in time. Like, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm metagaming. Anyway.
Maybe we should go to see if there's any other letters.
I mean, you've been away for weeks. It's unlikely to be a letter the next day.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm sorry then. Yes, let's go.
Very well then. I suppose we can catch breakfast at the hotel, perhaps.
Yeah.
Of course. Excuse me. Gets out of his thing and puts his jacket back on.
Mm-hmm.
Are any of you carrying a weapon still?
No.
Yeah.
I think I probably still have a pistol at this point, I guess.
So he probably notices...
I have a little pistol as well.
Yeah, if you've got pistols in your belt or a holster, he'll notice that.
I might be hiding my pistol in my hand, in my jacket.
Actually, you know what? If I know I'm caught, I'm like, no, we don't have pistols.
Mine is in my medical bag, so...
Okay, but the others who are carrying pistols, it's going to be in a holster or just in their pocket or their belt, because they don't have anywhere else to put it.
Yeah.
So if you're trying,
mine's in my pocket.
If you have a handgun and you're trying to conceal it, can you roll me a dice?
Yes, please.
Coded eye.
I don't
even
think I would...
if it's a medical, even if it's medical bag.
You're fine. You've
Yeah.
got it in your bag.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, Alan.
I don't think I would be bothering to actually conceal it at this point. I mean, I guess it would just be, like I wouldn't have thought that there would be any need to hide at this point. So
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you just got in your holster then. That's fine. Or your belt. So
He's just incredibly paranoid.
Yeah, Cian, I mean, you managed to hide yours. Maybe it's tucked like at the back of your belt, under your jacket or something like that. But he will notice Lewis's, and he'll kind of, as he notices, big pardon, gentlemen, but this isn't a situation that requires violence. Please understand. I'm not. I know, Mr. Doe, you're wanting for a rather serious crime, but my final objectives are of a slightly higher purpose, pertaining to the effects of the war, and I'm just meaning to get to the bottom of this.
We've had a very trying time here.
Well,
a lot of trust and deception, trust lost and deception.
I'm sure whatever you have all been through must be traumatic, but I have to warn you, if you raise your weapons against me, that will mean a lot of trouble for you.
Okay.
Cian just kind of chuckles a bit.
Excuse our paranoia, but yeah, we're gonna trust you.
Well, I have a friend at the local armory. If you would all agree, perhaps we could leave our firearms with him, and you can collect them after. I will do so also.
Okay.
Just so that everybody is more comfortable.
Aye.
Okay, so goes outside, and he has a car.
Mm-hmm.
Probably like a Jeep. But he's just got. He'll get inside. You guys can get in. and he'll drive you a little bit around town towards where the army bases are, and flashes his papers and drives in and goes up to the armourer. George, these are some friends of mine. We have some non-standard issue equipment we would like to put aside for safekeeping, if that's all right with you. And a sort of baldy, middle-aged guy with quite a chubby face and a stocky frame. It's like, all right. So the man who would be Weston, Milo, takes out his pistol and lays it on the table. Gentlemen.
Alright, I'll just follow suit. I'll take mine out and leave it on the table as well.
The rest of you want to hold on to yours since he doesn't know you have one? Although he probably suspects you might.
Alright, I give him
yeah.
my shotgun, but I don't give him my shovel.
I don't think you were walking around with the shotgun, like going into a cafe and stuff.
Oh.
I don't know where you left it, but I mean, I don't think you would have been doing that. That would have raised eyebrows.
Never mind then. I don't have a gun. I don't have anything.
You can be dragging the shovel around with you. It'll look odd, but I mean, it's not as out of place.
And I thought it was like an army spade or something.
Yeah. So I mean, you might wait for you to put that down.
Yeah.
Oh,
Kane just shrugs, doesn't have anything.
So, George, this is Mr. Barker. If he comes looking for his equipment, could you be sure to hand it back to him? And George just kind of nods and gives you the thumbs up, Barker.
Alright, I'll nod, and kind of acknowledgement.
All right, that's no problem, sir. And he takes the weapons and just puts them like in a tray, and then puts the tray on a shelf behind him. Very well then. Shall we go for breakfast then? And he leads the way back to his jeep.
Yep.
You just drive around town and you just go to the southern end, to one of the more touristy, affluent kind of places. You go past like the Roman ruins and things like that, and you pull up outside the hotel, which is very French and fancy looking, and it has a big sign saying the Hotel de Majestic. You just go inside. There's a concierge, and Milo greets him in French. And they say a few words, and then the man kind of bows when you pass in Gloria. He takes you to the elevator, and there's a guy standing there who like presses a button for you. He's like, "What floor, sir?" And he tells him the third floor. He's got to the third floor, and then you just leave. He tips the guy in the elevator. You just go along a few doors. He takes out his key and opens into this very large room with a grand bed on one side, dining table, and then a writing desk and a little room in between. Yes, make yourselves at home. I will just ring down if any of you want a coffee or tea, perhaps, or something for breakfast,
I'm
since
fine.
we never finished.
I'm fine, thank you.
I'll take a cup of coffee if there's one going, thanks.
Of course, I'll have them bring up a pot of tea and a pot of coffee. And he like goes to the little nightstand beside the door, and there's like a little telephone, rotary one. He picks up and he like dials like 2 numbers on it, and he starts speaking in French. And Gloria, you can tell because you speak French that he's just ordering room service.
Okay.
Out of character, he's just ordering room service. In character, Kian is like almost immediately looking at Gloria and then kind of nodding towards him, like, and trying to mouth like, "What is he saying?"
But he just orders like
just like saying to him, like going, it's just ordering food and coffee.
yeah, he just orders cups, tea, coffee, some breakfast rolls, that kind of thing. Well then, if you want to get comfortable, I guess we can start. I mean, I can tell you about myself, or if you would like to start your story from the beginning, that would be helpful, so I know where you're coming from.
Do we each want to just like say our perspective? Well, basically, Captain Farrington was acting very strangely.
I'm sorry,
we,
this
we
was Captain Farrington, and you were recruited.
Weston.
What was your relation then? Were you working for him? Was he a friend of yours?
We were to well, my mission was to what's called review a body, which hasn't which we'll go to see on further when I tell the story. So basically, we thought Captain Farrington was really ill on the boat, and then we didn't see him, and then my colleague here saw him dead in a casket in a sort of a box, and
I'm sorry, and whose body was this?
It's Captain Farrington's.
Yes.
But I'm sorry, I'm not confused. You were with Captain. Perhaps we should start at the beginning. You were recruited by this Captain Farrington.
Yes.
For an operation.
Operation Witchpire.
Oh.
Commanding officer was Major General Parsons. Captain Farrington was the officer in charge of us.
Parsons of Special Branch?
I believe so, sir. We were recruited from different parts of the army purely because we've had supposed experiences with supernatural elements, and that was the purpose of our operation, was to investigate rumors of supernatural endeavors by the Nazis.
We
weren't given very many details.
Yes, I'm actually somewhat familiar with the layout of Operation Witchpire. But yeah, please go on.
So basically,
from the day that we started, man with your face identified himself as Lieutenant Weston and was assisting Captain Farrington. Had been with us for quite some time, though acting strange and suspicious. But we couldn't really figure out what exactly was going on. We weren't given very many details for the mission. When she speaks of, we had reason to suspect both Farrington and Weston, and so I searched Farrington's quarters and found him in a chest. The man who identified himself as Weston had disappeared the night before.
And so you found him in a chest at which point? Before or after you arrived here?
After we arrived here. And Weston had conveniently disappeared the night before. But Captain Farrington, or at least a man that was wearing his face, was still joining us and leading us. Obviously, with the evidence I found, we had more than enough reason to suspect that whoever was pretending to be Lieutenant Weston was now impersonating Captain Farrington and wasn't human.
And I'm sorry, Dr. Pemberton, you said there was a body you were supposed to examine, and this wasn't the body you found in the chest.
No, this wasn't a body in the chest. This was the body of a doctor, and it was covered in worms.
The only details about our mission that we were told was the first thing there. We were supposed to question a captured SS officer named Noct, and we were given word that he had supposedly died. It wasn't until we had arrived that we found that the deceased that we were informed of was in fact a different man entirely, but Captain Farrington at the time seemed to believe that this was part of our mission.
So at this point, there are now 3 bodies involved. That of Farrington, the SS officer you were supposed to investigate, and a doctor.
Yes. And just to state as well that Captain Farrington came back to life, and what's called the monster Captain Farrington came back to life and was trying to kill us all.
And Mr. Barker, Mr. Winston, you were both there and involved in all of these happenings with these different bodies?
Yeah, sadly, yes. It was horrific.
Yes, it's much as the doctor says. Honestly, we just seemed to keep experiencing things that made no earthly sense to us otherwise.
Quite. So you arrived with the imposter and Farrington, who were your commanding officers. Farrington goes missing. You find his body. Then what?
Do you want to say Louis?
Kian's looking at this man. Does Milo look like he's genuinely listening with the intention of, like, maybe... Does he look like he's buying it, or does he look like he's like, nah, these fuckers are crazy?
I mean, perhaps the only... I don't know, would you find it more surprising if he was or wasn't, like, alarmed or looking at you like he's crazy?
Kian would 100% expects this guy to be like, these guys are crazy. So the unexpected,
but he's in a room full of you as well, and you're
yes,
explaining to him, and he is investigating, like, a murder and stuff, so...
This is true. So I suppose the unexpected expectation from Kian is like, oh, this guy is like genuinely listening to us, and is,
I mean, he's been
seeming
patient.
to keep an open mind.
He's been patient. He's like a therapist. He's sitting there and like listening.
Okay. Which honestly probably triggers by his paranoia even worse, which, you know, good or bad.
Sorry, Lewis, you were saying something?
Well, we feared what the imposter of, well, who we believed to be Lieutenant Weston might do. We had little reason to believe that anyone would believe what we were saying if we were to try and inform the authorities of what was going on. We were going to try and find proof of this to explain to someone higher up, but until then we thought it best to go along with the man calling himself Lieutenant Weston.
I see.
And so we went with his party to an isolated hut on the Allied camp outside Tunis. They were holding the thing that had previously been this SS officer in a hut in isolation there, and we were then instructed to confront it, which we did so, only to find this bizarre creature like a worm kind of thing almost, and we approached.
Yes, I have spoken to Major Noble, and he does confirm, at least this part of your story, that you were called in, and he'd been withholding this prisoner for interview, and the visitor had undergone some sort of infection or transformation. Whereupon, and then when you arrived, you entered the cell, the building that he'd been kept in.
Yes, and after a lot of insistence from us that we remain outside and away from this creature, the thing pretending to be Farrington insisted that we enter the space and confront the creature, and it very nearly tried to kill us, attack us. It eventually escaped, and I confronted the thing that was pretending to be Farrington, and he had kind of just throws his hands up, like, you know, a sort of giving up gesture. It's just like, it spoke in my head, and that was all the confirmation I needed, and that's whenever I shot him.
Are you like standing up and sort of pacing around as you're talking when the rest
for
of them are
sure.
sitting down?
Yeah, he said, make yourself at home. Kian found a wall and has just leaned against it. That is it. He is not sitting down. He is keeping his back away from
I'm
this
assuming the rest
guy.
of you are sat down though, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So he's like watching Key and pace around and all that. And,
No, not even pacing around, just literally just pressed against a wall.
He's not like giving the impression that he's like intimidated or worried about the fact that you're like standing up and the rest of them are sat down.
Yeah.
But it's noticeable.
So we came back. So basically, he was then put into a cell. We came back
He
to
being
like
Mr. O'Doyle, yes.
Yes.
So if I could,
And
if
so-
I could just press for a second, Dr. Pemberton. You confronted this prisoner, this creature. There was a confrontation of some sort, and I believe the creature fled down a drain pipe, if I'm remembering correctly. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and could you just
And
explain to me from that point how we get to your Captain Farrington being shot? Or the man that you at least believe was impersonating Captain Farrington.
Adam, do you wanna take this?
Hmm?
Do you wanna say the in between?
What?
As in, do you want to tell the story? This part.
I don't know if you want me to tell him.
Oh, okay. Kian, do you want to
You're not being.
tell?
You're being
Well,
encrypted.
Oh no, what I'm saying is like, can you tell him the part where the what's
Farrington
called
gets
the
shot.
monster
Yeah.
Farrington gets shot. So between the monster going down the drain and Farrington getting shot, between that period.
Okay, yeah. So we shoot him, and he seems to. It seemed it didn't have no phase, but you mean the shotgun part?
No, the part where Kian shoots him the first time and gets arrested.
Yeah. Yeah. Kian gets in trouble by actually shooting him.
Right. And the rest of
And we
you
go-
didn't know or didn't plan for this shooting. This just was
No, we
Mr.
weren't.
O'Doyle's
No.
decision.
No, we didn't plan it.
But Mr. O'Doyle, I mean,
But-
if I'm to understand, you at the time at least felt that this was an impersonator. This wasn't the man that you'd been left in charge with, and he was forcing you along to an unpleasant situation with this creature. And you all felt that you were trapped in the
Correct.
sense that no one would believe you if you tried to tell them what was happening.
Yes. Do I still have the picture?
That you
Yeah, I
drew?
still have.
Yeah.
No, the one I took. Picture I took of him. Of the
I
creature.
don't think we actually got that developed yet. I think it's been a while since we've been to a red room.
No, we did, because it was our last piece of evidence to show that we
Yeah,
really saw.
you did actually. I actually remember that part.
Guess you pull out the picture of the worm, wasn't it?
Mhm.
I see.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that one.
Okay, so clearly there was a creature. This is corroborated. It was kept in the base for a while, so there is a record of this. I don't think this is in any doubt. I'm just trying to understand the mindset that led up to this event. Where obviously, Mr.
Sure.
O'Doyle, you felt frustrated and trapped, and I'm guessing threatened. So what exactly triggered the actual shooting?
I told it that I saw the body of Captain Farrington in the chest.
So you confronted him over the evidence that you had seen.
Yeah.
And what was his response?
I don't care what you know. What you think you know.
And that was enough for you to pull out your pistol and fire several shots into his body.
Well, when a man's mouth doesn't move as he speaks directly into your mind.
I see. And if you don't mind me asking, Mr. O'Doyle, have you had previous issues with hearing voices when people weren't speaking?
You know, I try to pretend to be crazy to avoid life in the military, and it's only now that you people decide to buy into it. However, I'm trying to tell the truth.
I'm not trying to accuse you of anything, Mr. O'Doyle. I'm just trying to understand what your mindset was at the time.
Yes, I've had voices in my head before. I've had things lurking around in my mind, trying to control me.
I see. And this body that was seen, the Captain found is in the chest. Was this something that you all saw?
Yes.
No, it was just me.
No? Yes?
Was it? No,
It was just me.
But when we went to visit you in jail, and
But no, he's talking about whenever I first found the body.
Okay.
It was literally just Kian in the room.
All right. So this evidence that you're acting on, it was only you that witnessed it. And what happened to this body afterwards? Because I know there's no records of a body in a trunk found in the hotel that you were staying in. The only body we have on record was that recovered after Captain Farrington had died from the shooting.
He had it shipped away, conveniently.
I see. And you don't have any idea where that might be shipped to, or who might have dealt with it?
No, sir, I do not.
All right, so...
like I said, we were given very few details even before we had suspicions that he wasn't who we thought he was.
Okay, well, perhaps we can go back to this again. So, the man that, or the thing that's pretending to be Captain Farrington is shot. You're taken away and imprisoned. And then, this is where the official record is blurry. I know that Mr. O'Doyle escaped from his prison cell, and that the guard for the prison cell and 2 other prisoners that were being held there, 2 Italian soldiers, were all murdered. But I have no details, obviously, of what occurred at that night. So perhaps you 3, Mr. Barker, Mr. Winston, and Mrs. Pemberton, perhaps you could tell me what happened at the prison cell that night.
Do you want to say Lewis?
Well, Lewis wasn't actually there for that session. So...
Yeah, I was just going to say.
It's a bit of a blur to me.
And you were there, and you were there.
Okay, so basically, Lewis and myself were I was at the door, and then I could see that the monster Farrington was in human form again.
And this was at the camp's prison, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
And he murdered the the person that was looking after the prisoners.
The guard. So the
guard.
The imposter killed the guard.
Yes.
Okay. And sorry, if I could just rewind you for a second. In the time that Mr. O'Doyle was taken into custody, and you were allowed, to roam around and return to your hotel, while Major Noel tried to locate the lieutenant, the person who you believed was Lieutenant Weston at the time.
Yes.
In that time, you all came to a unanimous decision to make an illegal attempt to free Mr. O'Doyle from custody because you believed he was innocent?
No, we came to visit him.
Right, so when you came to the prison that night, you didn't have the intention of breaking him out?
Excuse me, is he writing?
No, he's just listening.
Okay.
I think at this point, Kian is now pacing around the room.
The door goes, and Keen, you maybe, or Lewis, who's more edgier with his insight, maybe jump a little. And a man comes in with a sort of red sweater, bow tie, white shirt, and he's pushing a tray with tea, coffee, and some refreshments on it. And stands there. Milo gets up and gives him some money, says something in French, pats him on the shoulder. And the man bows a little bit and turns away and leaves the room. Milo pulls out the coffee and starts pouring himself a coffee. Mr. Barker, you wanted a coffee, didn't you?
Yes, thank you.
He pours one for you out of the same pot. Would anyone else care? I believe there should be milk and sugar there if you want tea.
Yeah, I'll take a cup.
You can help yourself or he can pour one for you, either way.
Okay. I start to make my tea all barbaric style.
Drinks a bit. So yes, you arrived at the cell that night, the three of you, or the prison, I should say, the camp, and with the intention of just speaking to Mr. O'Doyle. There was no plan to break him out initially. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and then what? You encountered the imposter in the act with the guard, and that's what provoked the jailbreak? I see. Okay, well, I mean, this makes some both. So you felt Mr. O'Doyle's life was in danger. You broke him out of the prison cell. I mean, what exactly happened?
Oh, I shot the lieutenant, or
You shot the imposter?
yes, and
I see.
His true form showed.
His true form, and that was similar to this. And he waves a picture of the worm.
Yeah.
Similar.
I see.
There should have been pieces.
Right. Yes. As far as I remember, on the official report, there was the body of the guards, the bodies of the two Italian prisoners, but there wasn't any sign of any other corpse or body
Fuck
pieces.
me.
Really?
Ian punches the wall.
Mr. O'Doyle, if you're feeling stressed, have some cigarettes. But please don't damage the hotel room. So you confronted this creature. It was in the act of killing the guard. You panicked. You rescued Mr. O'Doyle to save his life. Left the guard and the prisoners to their fate. You shot at this imposter, this creature. And again, like before, there was no effect from your firearms. So you fled, yes?
Mm-hmm.
And there, of course, I have no idea what's happened since. This all happened maybe, 6 weeks ago? So, have you just been in hiding since then? I mean, you're not... none of you have been here before in this city, right?
Yeah, we were hiding.
Sorry, Glenn, you're a little quiet.
Yeah, we were hiding because, we didn't know how to deal with.
Right, and you didn't believe that anyone would believe this story. I mean, that is quite fantastical, but of course there's records here. You have a photograph of this creature. That's evidence.
Yeah.
But it's not enough, is it, sir?
Well, obviously there would be a great deal of convincing, and the fact remains, you shot someone who appears to be an officer or a person impersonating an officer. Regardless, that is a murder. It may be a reduced charge. It may be self-defense, depending on the circumstances. But I'm just here to get the facts straight. I have to admit, although I'm helping Agent Noble with this investigation, I'm here on behalf of the Special Branch, and my objectives are pertaining to how this affects the greater theatre, as you can understand. Now, Captain Farrington said he was acting under jurisdiction of Major General Parsons, under direction of him. I happen to know Major General Parsons in passing, and although he is a member of the Special Branch, I happen to know that he does not have authorization to enact Operation Witchpire. So anyone pretending to do so and recruit you under these orders has in fact had you operating under a falsehood.
Oh.
This whole fucking time.
So you're telling me this was a botch mission all this time?
Well, it wasn't a mission at all, I'm afraid. I'm not sure who Captain Farrington is. I mean, did he reveal anything about his past or his unit?
Ah, Ferguson, you fucking bastard.
He seemed to be grieving. It was as if he'd lost someone close to him in the recent past. But beyond that, there was nothing really out of the ordinary, no reason for us to suspect him.
Right, and he didn't mention anything about where he's from or, what units he's operated in?
None.
Okay, so
Like I said, sir.
So as far as we know,
very little.
You thought it was a creature impersonating him, but we are not clear about who he may be in the first place. Although, presumably Major General Parsons does know, since he was the one that gave him authorization to go ahead with these orders. If Major General Parsons does in fact have knowledge of this operation at all. And this Lieutenant Weston, which catches me by surprise, because of course I've never met anyone called Lieutenant Weston. I have used Lieutenant Alistair Weston as an alias in the past, but that is not my name.
Tell you, sir, we've been infiltrated.
Well, that would be the fear. So, if I understand Operation Witchpire, it is to investigate occult happenings, yes? Artifacts potentially of significance to do with religious or even magical powers. And you can see why the operation was never given in action. But, so, do any of you know what you were actually here to investigate?
Not really.
Nope.
Just weird happenings. Occult rumors.
I see. And apart from this creature and the prisoner that you interacted with, the worm, snake thing, there hasn't been anything else. There wasn't anything that this Farrington or this Weston were searching for.
We didn't say anything about a snake, sir.
This creature, and he holds up the photograph again.
Keaton's just really quiet. Just staring him down.
So no. These men had you here on a goose chase. You were looking for something that they neither disclosed to you nor you saw any evidence of, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
Well, I'm afraid, my friends, these persons seem to have roped you into a rather nasty situation.
Yes. Fantastic fucking perception you have, sir.
There's no need to be rude, Mr. O'Doyle.
There's no need? I'm sorry, there's no need?
I'm sorry, Mr. O'Doyle, but
I'm being framed for the murder of an officer, and I might get the fucking noose for this shite, and you're saying there's no need for this sort of attitude?
Well, if I'm to understand right, Mr. O'Doyle, your actions in shooting a man were quite your own. Now, you may have felt threatened or whatever at the moment in time, and that's understandable, but, you know, the facts are the facts. So I don't think there's any reason to get loud about it.
Yeah, you'd think that, wouldn't you, sir? Just white knuckle clenching one of my fists.
He has his legs crossed, pulls back one of the curtains, looks outside a little bit, and picks up his coffee and like takes a wee drink as he's looking out the window. This is in thought.
So what fucking happens now? Sorry, I didn't mean to...
Well, that depends on a few things, I would think, Mr. Doyle. Could you, one of you perhaps, explain to me how you've managed to evade detection these past few weeks?
I told you we were, it was sort of kidnapped.
I see, and well, given that you already fled from the creature found in Weston, who kidnapped you?
The Brotherhood.
The Brotherhood? And who are they?
That we don't know, and they didn't tell us. They just kidnapped us, and that was it.
Well, presumably they told you something if you know them as the Brotherhood. Is this a religious organization, Dr. Pemberton?
We don't know.
We don't really know what they are.
Yeah.
I see. He looks at
We
Adam
were
as
then-
he's drinking his coffee.
we were then what's called put in a car, and we went to this cave that was
Where did they pick you up in the car after you fled the camp?
I don't know Chinese that well.
So you were picked up on the street after you made your way back to the city.
Mhm.
Yes.
I see. Well, it was dark, and you're obviously not from the region, so they kidnapped you and took you to a cave.
Yes.
I see. And was this cave far away? I mean, there are obviously no caves around the city.
It was quite far. It was in I think it was in another city, so
Another town or city, I see. And what did these men want?
they
Seem-
want
They seem to think we had some sort of connection. The cave they took us to is supposedly the same cave that the SS soldier had supposedly visited and potentially was the location of where he might have been infected or corrupted.
I see. So this kidnapping was linked to what was happening before. And these men knew about what you were involved in.
They seem to have similar goals.
What were those goals?
Investigating what the Nazis were investigating.
And do we have any idea what the Nazis were investigating here in Tunis?
Meddling with things they shouldn't.
You're alluding to the creature you encountered.
Very much so.
Do we have any idea what happened to this officer? This SS man?
He's the first creature that we encountered
Right.
at Major Noble's camp.
Right. And you said that he'd been somewhere and something had happened to him. Do we know what happened to him?
Not a fucking clue.
And the men that captured you had no idea. They just knew that the Nazis had been to a location.
Yes.
Do any of you know where this location is?
Just Kian will just look to Lewis.
Beyond them having to drive for a long time to get there, we really couldn't say exactly. We were never given the name where we were taken.
I see. There were no landmarks or anything that might give you, or would allow us to be able to retrace these steps?
It was in the.
There was a mountain. That was about it.
A mountain.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea
Had a
which
maze
direction you were
in
headed
it.
in? You had what, sorry?
It had a maze in it.
A maze?
Yeah.
A mountain with a maze in it?
Yes, pretty much. As in, it had like different sort of. It had like steps and stuff like that. It was very. Had ancient carvings.
I'm sorry, were you there, Dr. Pemberton?
Yes, I was there in the cave.
So the cave you were taken to was in fact inside a mountain, and there was a maze inside this cave, and that's where they held you?
Yes.
Yes. I see, okay.
We were trying to get out of the maze. You know,
so
we
perhaps
were trying...
explain this maze to me.
Our story's already unbelievable as it is, sir.
Well, I don't think a few more details will complicate it much further.
The fucking maze.
Out.
The maze didn't fucking make sense. That's the only way to describe it.
In what way did it not make sense?
We went left and then right, and when we tried to turn around and go back the same way we came, we suddenly were going straight and then upstairs that we had never seen before.
So it was confusing.
Yes, and it had a snake door.
A snake like this? And he picks up the picture again.
Not like that.
No.
That's a worm. The door had a snake on it.
Yeah.
Right. And what was through this door?
Or maze.
Hallways.
And this wasn't the place the Nazis were looking for? This was the place where you were being held?
Well, at that
It was
point
both,
we were...
actually.
At that point we were pushed into going into this this cave maze.
By these men?
We were by these men, and we were trying to find a way out.
I see. And you became confused, lost in this maze in the mountain.
Yes.
The men that were in the cave, I mean, you said they forced you in there. Why were they forcing you in there?
We don't know.
They didn't tell you what to do?
They seemed to think that we had a connection to the place. I suppose we were also expendable.
Well, why would they think you had a connection to this place?
I have not a lot of details told to us. Just insisted that we had to go in.
Well, but you, Mr. Smith, Mr. Barker, do you have any idea why these men would think you had a connection to a remote cave or mountain? Adam or Lewis? Hello?
Sorry. Presumably they seemed to feel we had some past connection to what was going on, like something perhaps we were not even aware of ourselves.
I see, and for some unknown reason they forced you to enter this place, and for what purpose?
They seem to be looking for something deep within this labyrinth inside the mountain. It was presumably the same thing that the Nazis were seeking.
Right, but you have no idea what this item could have been.
No.
And yet you were expected to find it while you were in there.
They seem to assume that we would somehow be able to pass through it more so than they could.
And did you come across anything when you were inside this maze?
We found the Germans' equipment, but nothing else.
I see. So there wasn't, besides walls, there wasn't anything to interact with in this door that you saw.
That's correct.
The rest of you agree? Yes? Do you feel the same? You know you're muted, Glenn. Okay, so you enter this maze, you become lost and confused, and what? You somehow find a way out? Escape?
Yeah, we managed to we managed to find an exit eventually.
And I mean, do you have any? I mean, you've gone for weeks now. Were you wandering in there for a very long time? How did you sustain yourselves?
The
There
bizarre
was-
Okay.
There was food and supplies amongst the abandoned German equipment, but beyond that, we weren't aware of how long we were in there for. We just survived in what we found as best we could.
I see. And I'm supposing the men that forced you in there hadn't realised that you had escaped through a different exit.
Yes.
Now, you said you didn't know where this location was, although you've now alluded to it's been a mountain and such. When you escaped, where were you, and how did you make your way back to the city?
There was
Some sort of village. We didn't know where it was.
I'm assuming someone gave you a transportation back to the city. You couldn't have walked it if it was so far away. This person never mentioned where you might have been, or where you were coming from, or passing through.
Oh, we stole a truck.
Okay. Where is this truck now?
Outskirts of town, I think.
All right. Well, given that this is the only clue we have as to where you've been or came from, perhaps we should find this truck. I'm going to make a few phone calls. Nothing to worry about. There'll be no one coming for any of you, for the time being at least. But I need to make a few phone calls to ask a few questions. Confirm some of these things you've told me. Help yourselves to the refreshments, cigarettes. Please wait here. I'll be back as soon as possible, okay?
You're leaving?
Well, I need to make a few phone calls.
What's wrong with that phone?
It only calls down to the concierge. I understand, Mr. Earl. I need to call to confirm some of the things that you've told me. I mean, obviously some of these things require more investigation and perhaps questioning to get to the bottom of and iron out as a solid fact. But for the time being, there are a few of the things that I need to just verify. Or would you prefer that to be all just sat here for the rest of the day, Mr. O'Dowd?
Oh, it's fine. Go make your phone call.
Apologies, I had a phone call my damn self, but I heard that last part.
Sure. Just help yourselves. I'll be back as soon as possible.
Okay.
So he gets up, takes a cigarette with him, lights it, walks out of the room.
Okay, so once he walks out the room, like, all right, so how are we getting out of here? Oh no! Oh no! I don't trust this shit for nothing.
Yeah. So, I was just gonna say, like, just try. Kid will, as soon as he closes the door, Kid will try to quietly make his way towards it and press his ear against it to listen to how far away his footsteps go.
He sounds like he gets to the stairs, or sorry, the elevator, and then you can hear like he's walking downstairs.
Okay, so yeah, when we're getting out of here.
I'm fucking following this guy. I don't trust a single fucking word.
Perfect. You do that. Yeah, you do that.
What do you guys want to do then?
Well, what we're doing is that we're getting ready to like head out. So what's the signal, Kian?
I don't know. I really
Be creative. Jesus Christ.
I don't know if we can trust this guy. That's why I'm going to try to like watch him and make sure he's doing what he says he's doing and calling who he says he's calling.
Okay, sorry. Good. No, go ahead.
I just wanted to ask if Gloria could make an investigation roll.
Ooh.
Aye.
Because you're the woman.
Do it.
Why do I need to make an investigation roll?
Because you're the woman.
Yeah.
And what does that mean about
it's relevant. If you roll
Oh, right, okay,
investigation for me,
fine.
please.
Oh, right, okay.
Wait, the
Yeah,
time of the year? What the?
Just we'll figure it out. Roll
Just
high,
one?
just don't roll too high.
Just one dice?
Yes.
I am terrified. What is going on?
So this is obviously Mr. Bronslow's room. Single man, presumably. There is a woman's scarf hanging off the bedpost. And what looks like a little makeup mirror on the nightstand beside the bed. And that just catches your eye, Gloria, is looking like there's definitely been a woman here.
There's definitely been a woman here. There's like a scarf and some makeup here. Is he really
That's
is he
some
really
good
a
ass.
soldier?
Wait, that's actually a good point. Yeah, Kate'll take a look at just around, opening up drawers, looking under the bed.
Sorry, what are you looking for?
Everything.
I'm looking.
Everything.
Honestly, I'm looking for. I'm
He's
looking for
looking for
hints. I'm looking for
clues.
hints that he's a monster in disguise.
Yeah.
I'm looking for signs of a changeling.
Okay, if anyone else would like to search, they can roll an investigation roll, but I would like you to tell me what kind of thing you're looking for signs of, evidence of or against. So he's looking for evidence of a monster. What are you looking for?
I am looking for anything more that qualifies him to being what he not is.
Okay, so you're looking.
Or
You're not
woman
looking for monster, but you're looking for evidence of his ID. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. To back up what he says, what about you, Lewis? If you're looking for anything.
I think I'll probably go along with Adam's suggestion. I think, looking for some kind of proof that he is who he says he is would be a good start.
Right.
Oh, I already found it. So what is it?
Oh.
Oh my god, yes!
Oh, we found something.
It's with
Okay,
the
Lewis.
6.
He's a fucking snake!
Adam's got a double 6. My
Yeah.
goodness.
I'm waiting for Lewis to roll.
Yeah.
You make it full.
Come on, man. If you roll one more 6, we win. We instantly win.
Yeah. Oh.
God dang it, Baker!
Man.
Yeah, I mean, Lewis, you don't find anything of note. Just he's got his clothes are in here. There's a bag and it has personal stuff in it. But it's all just travel documents that says his name is Milo Bronzo, like he said it was. He's got the papers for being special branch.
I was gonna say it's a good thing that Lewis didn't, because you know how we've all got one and he's not.
Yeah,
He's fine. He's a rock. He's the only thing holding this team together. It's alright.
See here. Okay, Kian, you find he has his papers that Lewis had you, and then you kind of just scrabble around it a little madly, and you start peeling off one of the corners of the booklets that has all his ID and stuff in it, and it peels back on the inside of the cover, and inside there you find a handwritten note, which is written in German.
This motherfucker.
So what's the bad news?
What does Adam think? Because a double 6 is
I know. Give me a
huge.
second. I'm trying to see here.
Huge. Huge.
Yeah,
Only if there's stuff to find.
I fucking take the note.
You're like, I'll take that.
There is a note. It's written in German, but there is a name. Blancheffel Charbonnet.
Blancheffel Charbonnet?
I'll put it. Yeah, I'll put it there in the chat.
Okay.
Was that the cat?
The cat is meowing in her sleep. Yes,
Oh.
she's a dreamer.
Your daughter is screaming. Nice. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out how to do this. So, Adam, they find this kind of stuff. You pull out one of the drawers in the dresser all the way out and just start rummaging around. And taped to the back of one of the drawers is a thin book, which you then pull out. This book is written in a language, I mean, maybe it's German. I mean, you don't know European languages.
What is it written like? Because
Handwritten.
I probably... And it's in a language that I wouldn't know.
Yeah, it looks kind of like a very thin, like, journal. There's lots of J's and V's and K's and W's. I mean, maybe you think it's German, but if you compare it to the paper that Keen has, which is in German, it doesn't look the same. It's definitely like a European language, maybe, but it's not a German language.
Gloria, what's this look like?
Okay, Claudia's like, does Claudia know? Because is it in French or Italian?
It's not French or Italian. It's not German.
Okay.
It's not English.
The Latin?
He pulls his gun and just checks it to see how much ammo he's got.
If
And
you
stuffs it back in his pocket.
if you notice, if you give it to Lewis, Lewis knows what language it is.
All right, Lewis, check it out.
Yeah, I was going to say, is it Polish by any
Yes,
chance?
it's Polish. Yeah.
Fucking, he's a rock!
Do you actually speak Polish, or did we just have it? You had a little bit.
Not fluently. I think it'd just be like, a few words.
So you can roll one dice to see if you can pick anything out from what he's written.
Okay, sure.
Damn it, Goose, why didn't you study more in Polish class?
Is this just for human capabilities? I wouldn't get occupational expertise in this, would I?
No, because you're not. The fact you get one dice at all
Yeah.
is because you've got a very limited understanding.
Yeah, okay, that's
Come
fair.
on, roll a 6. Yours a 6.
You can reroll with the insight if you want. Doesn't necessarily mean you will trigger more insight, but it just lets you reroll it.
How about no?
Is it? Yeah, I mean, I'm sailing close to the wind. I mean, is it how badly do we want to know what this is?
I have a note that's in his thing, hidden amongst his things that's in German. So he's hiding something.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
But it's ultimately you, man.
So remember, if you choose to reroll it, you make the same dice roll with adding the green dice.
Or we can try and find the translator if that's
Possibly.
that might be a investigation, as in let's find the translator so that Lewis doesn't use his insight.
Well, I mean, if anyone remembers, the translator didn't speak Polish.
Did speak Polish.
Didn't speak Polish. There's no need to speak Polish
didn't?
here. No, he speaks French, Arabic, English, some Italian, German.
So if anything, he might translate this note, which literally just says, don't note to self, buy bread.
Well, your note has someone's name on it, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, just in case you're still worried about it, you could also use luck.
You do have your luck.
Okay, I'll try the insight roll first.
Well, it's not insight roll, but you add the green dice to your reroll, is what you do.
Yeah. Okay, alright, well.
Okay, but I am going to make you make an insight roll, so make an insight roll.
Oh, God.
No. Come on, you're a rock, you got this.
Right, you managed to keep it together.
That's what I'm talking about.
This is him writing like a personal. I don't want to say it's a diary, but he's keeping like a journal of some of these thoughts. And some of the words you're able to pick out here are to do with. I'm trying to think what words like you would know that are like common parlance, because obviously some words aren't really things you're going to be saying that you would like pick up.
You mean worm god? Is it
Well, you can pick up words like church, belief. It definitely mentions the Führer, Germany. You'll probably recognise the word Anarnabe, which was the German organization.
Shit.
And also something about people being fools,
Motherfucker.
not realizing the truth.
We're in trouble.
Yeah, no, Kian's going out the door now.
Yep, let's go. No,
Let's go.
User just about to step out the front door when this woman opens the door and like stops for a second, like seeing you with surprise. And she speaks
hello?
and she has a French accent.
What did she say? What did she say?
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir. Who are you? She says in French.
Wait,
We're
tell her.
from the French army. I just like speak to her in French. I'm like, we're in the French army.
Ask her.
We?
Oh,
We.
Okay. The French. But
Yes.
there's no French army here.
Yes, there is. They're embanking what's called today and tomorrow in the next few days.
Okay.
ask her if she knew a gentleman in her room.
Do you know the gentleman? And I'll just say his name. Brown. It was Brownlee, wasn't it?
His
Brownlow.
name's
Brownlow.
on the thing, see it? Milo Bronslow.
Bronslow.
Yeah, I just say his name.
Yes, I know Milo. I'm a
Okay.
friend of his. My name is Blanche.
Oh,
Okay.
Miss Blunt. Yeah, we're waiting.
Okay, cool.
What's wrong?
Oh, fuck.
What?
It's you're friends of Milo, yes?
Yes, he had a medical. I have my medical bag there. He was feeling unwell.
Oh,
I
really? Is he
directed.
okay? Milo?
directed
Milo?
him.
Does she enter the room?
I mean, she's standing in the doorway. You were about to
okay.
leave.
Yeah, come in.
yeah.
I'll bar people. Come on, move the fuck.
Perhaps I should wait outside. Is he sick? Is he in here?
No, he's not
No.
here.
He went to get his prescription. So
Oh, I see. And you?
I could see that you have, and I'm just like, I'm like, oh, you have like the iron, like you're anemic. I think you like need
What?
iron tablets, and I'm like rustling through my bag, I'm like,
No,
no.
thank you. No.
Hey, stop! What are you doing?
Well, I noticed she's anemic because I can see it in her face, so I'm
What?
just like,
Not a character. Is it true?
What?
yes, yes. You're anemic. You need to take these.
No? Okay, I mean, she's not going to randomly take pills off you. That's just no.
Yeah.
You're scaring her.
Yes, you're scaring her. You're a bunch of strange people in a
Okay.
room.
I am so sorry for her. She's so.
Oh,
motherly.
English. How do you do?
Hello.
We're from both French and both from I speak to her French, both in the French and British army.
Where are her hands at the moment?
I mean, one hand is on the door handle, the other hand is holding her handbag.
Behind her?
Okay.
I mean,
Like,
she
both
stopped
hands
like
are in view?
mid-pose coming into the room and you were there.
Yeah.
So, you said Milo's away to get a prescription?
Correct.
He will be back soon though, yes?
Yes.
And you were waiting for him here?
There is some tea and coffee on the table if you want some.
Okay. What? May I ask, and she closes the door behind her, why are the army here speaking to Milo?
She closed the door?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, Kian pulls the gun and holds it and grabs her by the arm and just drags her inside.
Oh no!
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Roll,
Just said her name was Blanche.
roll one dice.
Kian!
This is an SS.
Do you want to insight to reroll?
Absolutely, I do. Oh, God.
Matt, you'd have to do it. You can do the same roll again. You can do it as many times as you like. Oh, I'm afraid you have to make an insight roll.
Oh, fucking course.
Pull out your gun, grab her by the arm. You try to like pull her into the room, and she slides one foot out, trips you up, and then pins you to the floor with one hand behind your neck and the other hand twisting your other arm behind your back. And she puts her knee like on your back to put her weight on top of you.
Okay, so
Okay. I'm gonna give her antihistamine. I'm gonna give her one of those calming. What are they called
okay,
again?
crazy
The
lady.
calming injections, because like you know it's.
How about no?
Okay.
She yells at
Excuse me,
top of her
Mrs.
voice. She yells, "The rest of you put down your weapons."
We don't have any weapons, man.
Then stand back.
Blonde Cheflet.
Are you
Do
quite
it,
well?
or I'll choke
Ian,
this one
what
to
the
death.
hell are you doing?
He's SS.
Does she respond
Names
to that?
on the note.
As you're going SS, she like crushes your windpipe in to like make you stop talking.
I boot her.
She's like, "You shut up."
I straight up boot her.
Okay, roll me a dice.
Just know that if you roll low, I'm dead.
Yeah, you. Where do you kick her? She's like on top of him, like with a knee on his back, so she's like low
I
down.
go for the headshot. Fuck that.
Boot her in the face.
Bitch.
She like flips over to the side, but she's still like got her knee against Keen's back, and she's still got his arm like twisted backwards.
Oh, for fuck's sakes!
She's trying to like use him as a shield between you and her.
Oh boy, yeah, this is.
I tried to calm her down to let him go.
Okay, I mean you can try to calm her down.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I've got a German assassin on me, and you're just like, oh, just chill out, just relax, we can talk about this.
No, she's gonna use a sedative.
I'm fucking dead.
Oh, maybe I should use the sedative if I can get reinforcements. I'm just like looking at Lewis.
Reinforcements.
you
There's fucking
grab-
4 of you.
Can you grab her so that I can give her a sedative? Okay. Right, so I'm rolling for a sedative.
I don't have the gun in my hand anymore, right?
Yeah, where is the gun?
Let's see.
I've got this nasty feeling like we've really misinterpreted this situation.
You
Exactly, man.
could still be holding onto your gun because it was in the other arm, but I mean you lay on the floor, so she's probably got it like trapped underneath your body, kind of thing.
Yeah.
She positions you in a way so you can't like use it against her.
I got a 5.
I'm still
for,
trying.
I got a 5 for using the sedative that makes her fall
Right.
asleep.
Well, hang on. I didn't say you could do that for one thing.
Well, I thought that
Right, you
were
pull out your
rolling. Come on.
sedative, your injection, which would be very generous to let you have more of this. And then, I mean, she's using Keen as a shield, so how do you get to her? Explain it to me. You can't just roll a
Well-
dice and say magic happens. You have to tell me what you're doing.
Well, I just like talk to her, like say right.
She's
calm
not
down.
listening to
Try-
like that.
Yeah,
You
no.
Okay.
just attacked her.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is
We're
a fight
past
now.
that point, yeah.
Right. Okay. I just shore the sedative to kind of go like that. Look, lady, I'm gonna do this. This is happening to you. You know.
Face.
I mean, she's still not going to let you. She's got him as a shield.
Okay. I then say to Adam and Lewis to like grab her.
Why?
And rush her.
Rush at her so that I
We
can
do-
give her this.
Gonna do something. She's twisting my arm.
Yes, that's what
All
I'm
right,
saying. Right, you need to rush at her so that I can give her this sedative so that she can just like she'll drop.
Wait, so she's like holding him upward, or
No, like she's lying on the ground on her side. She's got Keen's arm twisted behind his back and pulled him up with her knee in his back so that his front is kind of facing you. But they're both still kind of like lying on the ground. She's trying to use him
Alright,
as a shield.
pray for this? I'm gonna try to bison her ass.
Just, yeah, okay, drop her. Sure. Okay, roll a dice.
Yeah.
Oh, please don't hit me.
God damn it!
You'd have to use insight to reroll that.
Oh shit! Wrong one. Wasn't do that one.
Well, you can do it again. So you roll the white dice and the green dice. Make sure you lower. Well, actually, hang on.
You succeeded on the sign of
Right. Put your insight back down to 1, Glenn, because that will put it up automatically. I didn't ask for that.
Oh.
Okay, so the 6 is going to get a success. You don't need to make an insight roll because there's no insight to be revealed here.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you drop her ass on top of her. Something drops out of her purse. As you drop on top of her, and she lets out a yell, and she starts scratching at you furiously. But with your body weight on top of her, she can't really get away or do much as she tries.
And I can give her the sedative.
And then you can inject her. Yes.
Then it says that I get something extra. It says and extra. So what do I get that's extra?
You get the sedative. That's your extra. Letting
The
you
extra's
have a
got
lot
the
of sedatives these days.
To be fair, you have used a lot. I'm
You
pretty
don't-
sure your bag is full of just
I get that you're a
sedatives.
surgeon, but you would not be walking around with all these sedatives. That doesn't make any sense.
You've definitely had like 50 sedatives.
You're not getting away with like that all the time, man.
Okay.
Glory has a problem.
Next time it's the matches and
You still have
and
to,
the spray.
as well as restraining her, you're going to have to like cover her mouth because she's trying to scream for help at the same time, obviously.
Oh, she's got the sedative. That's
Well, there's
gonna
like
come
a lot
out.
of you, so I mean, she can't helpless.
Yeah.
Can I look for what it was that dropped out of her?
Yes,
Or
it's like
bag
a
when she-
Derringer pistol,
Take that with you.
a little 2-shot
Yeah,
mini
take that
pistol.
way.
Yeah, I definitely, with Adam on top of her, I've got like my pistol like just right in the center of her forehead. Like, shut the fuck up! Not a single word.
She's got a strong sedative, so she's gonna
Yeah,
drop.
after a minute or so, she just kind of like.
Check her bag. Like that. Check the bag.
Yeah, I wanted to see what
That
dropped
shit
out.
So she appears to be a resident of Tunisia.
Oh fuck.
The name, as we said, Blanchette Chabonneau. She's French Tunisian, so it's Vichy France that ran this place. So she seems to be, a citizen of the area, and also a French citizen.
So she is SS.
No, she's French.
Yeah.
But
Wait,
Vichy France
Yeah,
was like
wait a minute,
under
right?
German occupation.
Yeah. So she's a local, but she's probably still a spy.
Maybe, yeah. So she has,
Or as Lewis has said, we probably vastly.
so she has some
fucked
makeup.
up here.
She has the Derringer pistol. There's a couple more cartridges in her purse, and there's some money and some cigarettes and stuff.
You were trying to tell me that we mistakenly attacked a ally because of your paranoia.
It's not paranoia. The note that's in German has this name, and she just said her name was Blanche.
Maybe.
And also, she tried to crush my fucking windpipe after I said that she was SS.
Because she probably talking tipper champ and shit.
Why the fuck would she try to silence me instead of simply going, I am not?
Right. I think we should just put her in the cupboard. And they're like,
Fucking Milo's still down there. He's probably
that's what
working
I'm
with her.
saying. That's what I'm saying. Just put her in the cupboard.
All right, yeah, let's put her in the cover and just get the hell out of
Yeah.
here. Fuck.
Yeah. Exactly. Just put her
Keeping
in the
the book.
cupboard. Yeah.
So you open a closet or something and shove her inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll straight up put a chair up against the door so that she can't get out.
Yeah, as you're doing that, you hear a little knock, knock, knock on the door. Monsieur, is everything okay?
Yes,
Oh, it was just me. What's called vase fell in my hand. I was just speaking.
Oh,
French.
is something damaged?
Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. It's all
Do you
right.
require any assistance? Perhaps I can
No,
call a
I-
manager?
I quickly tickle Gloria.
No, I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine. I'm a doctor, so I'm perfectly fine.
Oh my god.
It's like
Nope,
she
no,
has
no,
to
this
be
is-
mentioned.
I'm a graphic designer.
Okay. Just checking. Yeah, walk
Thank you.
away.
So I just have this feeling like, the other thing that might really get someone's wind up if you said to them they're SS might be if she's a Jew.
Thank you.
Or just
Ian?
regular French.
Ian definitely kind of has this moment of like, oh fuck, what if?
Well, we're in this situation now, so like she's
Yeah,
been
thanks,
covered.
Ian.
No, that doesn't make any sense. What's this fucking note mean? And
Anyone,
he had it.
anyone read German?
Fucking no.
Okay, then let's take it in and let's leave because I don't like being here all day.
We need to
And
find
let's
out where
go.
Milo went because I know for a fact that fucker's not calling
any.
anybody.
We need to leave, and we can ask around.
Wait a minute, you said he was making a phone call?
Yeah, that's what he
Yeah.
told us.
Okay,
Well,
we gotta
either
go. We gotta
calling
go.
his boss.
We have to go.
Yes,
A phone call don't take this fucking long.
exactly. Let's go.
Yeah, already out the door.
It's not been that long.
This is true.
Oh, it
It's-
hasn't been that long? Okay, never mind.
You searched the room, you opened up some drawers, you scanned a few notes, and then you were like, shit, let's get out of here, and then she opened the door.
Yeah, so we're
To be
we're
fair,
going
Kian wanted to go
anyway.
out the room like as soon as he left because he wanted to
Yeah.
follow this guy, but
Right.
yeah, we got kind of sidetracked.
Well,
You just
Yeah.
do
also-
Definitely going for the door.
You just do a little extra, don't you?
I mean, it's kind of worked. It's just not clean.
So while we're all level-headed and thinking straight, what's
Mhm.
next?
We're
I'm
getting out of
going
here.
out the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to the lobby to see if I can find Milo.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we're leaving this room.
How about we
Mhm.
just
Close-
leave?
Yeah, leaving this room, closing the door, presumably. Heading to elevator. There's stairs beside
Wait,
the elevator.
Stairs.
Stop.
Stairs.
I go back.
What?
You go back.
Where's the do not disturb thing? What's the do not disturb thing?
Oh,
for
there's
fuck's sake.
definitely one of those. You can
There it
hang
is.
a
I
door.
put it on the door. No, trust me, those things work.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
As
Alright,
you're
cool.
grabbing that, Adam, your photograph that you'd showed him of the worm thing is still lying on the table.
I pick it up and put it in my pocket.
Okay.
I just yoink.
Okay. Close the door. Do not disturb. And elevator's there at the end of the hall. You're obviously on the 3rd floor. There's also a stairwell beside the elevator.
Stairwell's probably the best. We do
Yeah,
want the
no.
element of surprise and the
Kian's
lift
going
and
for the
go
stairs.
surprise. Yeah.
Kian's going stairs.
You guys are going
At
down the
least we
stairs?
could see. Yeah, because we can see if there's anyone at the
Sure.
stairs.
You are just down to the 1st floor, which is not the ground floor, it's the one above it, Americans. And
Yeah.
as you do that, the elevator kind of like passes you by because it's going like up through the middle of the stairs. And you can see into it, and you can see Milo Bronzelaw like standing in the middle of it as it's going up.
Okay, we need
Did
to
he
like.
see us?
Why don't you roll me a dice? Really depends where you are on the stairs as it goes up.
Other actions or investigate?
Other actions, just one. Yeah, he sees
Okay.
you. Yeah, he sees you all
Alright.
going down the
Oh,
stairs
no.
as he's going up.
I create introduction. I'm like, Kian, where the hell's the kitchen, man? You said it was over somewhere down here.
Right, let's
Nope.
let's
Huh?
walk down fast. Let's walk down these stairs fast.
No, I'm trying to
Oh,
redirect them.
I need him. I need Milo.
I'm gonna punch you if we don't stop.
Need
Fuck
to
it,
get out of
go
here.
back up.
He taps.
Fine.
You can see him tapping on the elevator guy's shoulder, telling him to stop the elevator once he sees you all.
Yeah, let's just like go.
It's like, hey, where are you going?
Oh,
I walk towards him and I hold up the note.
Right, so he stops on floor 2. You go back up a set of stairs to confront him with the note. And everyone else is standing behind Keen, I'm assuming.
no, I'm watching.
Yeah, we're like on the stairs.
So you hold up the little note, the handwritten note in German. As he steps over and comes around. I don't know what you mean.
It was in amongst your notes.
Well, yes.
So what's it mean?
Well, I'm happy to explain it to you, Mr. Odell, and others, if we go back to the room.
How about now?
Who's Blanche?
I can explain everything, but perhaps not here in the open lobby.
Fine.
You first.
Very well. He starts walking up the stairs. Why were you all running off like that? As he's still walking upstairs.
Nope, we're not having this conversation yet.
Let's wait till
You're
we get
answering
inside.
our questions now.
Oh, okay, just stay calm. I'm assuming you still have your gun in your hand. Or your pocket, at least.
it's now in the it's in my pocket, but it's
Yeah.
I'm
So you
very
can see
clearly holding
your
it.
arms, yeah, and he's like complying. He's like, okay, calm down. There's no need to be rash here. You go back up. The do not disturb signs on the door. He takes that off. He waves it. And then he does the
Blanche is
door and walks
inside.
in. I'm sorry, what?
Blanche came back. She's inside.
Okay.
The name on your little note here.
Yes. He opens the door and steps in. Blanche?
She's in the closet.
You didn't hurt her,
Ian.
did you?
Ian,
Wait.
ask him what's on the letter first.
She's fine. She's alive. She'll sleep it off.
It was hysterical.
I'm sorry. What did you do to her? Is she okay?
Oh my
You
God. See what
really
you did?
need to convince us all that you're not a German spy. She's not some sort of partner.
I'm not a German spy, Mr. Odell. Please close the door.
Okay, we close the door.
I'm a British spy. I'm half
Oh.
Polish, and I have been in Nazi-occupied Germany for the past couple of years, working undercover. I was sent to a prison camp a few months ago in Romania, and as the Soviets were approaching, the camp was abandoned, and I was able to escape. I wasn't back home for more than a few days before I was called up and told that I needed to travel here to Tunisia.
And who's she?
Oh, I take her out of the closet.
She's a double agent for the Nazis and the French.
I take her out of the closet and I put her on the bed. Christ, Ian.
What in the hell did you do to her?
She has a mild sedative.
I
Yeah.
don't
was
speak
hysterical.
German, and I
Did-
saw her name on it. What's the note fucking say?
That's what I wanted you to ask him in the first place.
The note is from my German superior informing me that Blanche was to be my contact when I headed out on my mission, which I was never able to undertake because I was discovered beforehand. Now, I don't know how they discovered me. My cover was flawless, but they knew. And as soon as they knew, I was taken in for questioning and then sent to a prison camp. As you may be able to tell, I'm not in the best of health.
Mm-hmm.
My experience was difficult. And then right away I'm being sent here to this country to investigate whatever it is that's going on with you.
You do look a bit anemic. I think you could use the iron tablets and them.
Yes, I have been on vitamin tablets for the last while. Thank you, doctor. But yes, Blanche here, Miss Chabonet, is a double agent. Now, I'm not stupid enough to trust her 100%, but I believe she is on the right side of this war. And she's my contact here. I was sent to contact her here under the guise of being a Nazi spy.
Why was she being very aggressive towards us? And
Because we attacked her.
Fuck!
we all look
Now,
at Kian
Perhaps,
like,
Mr. O'Doyle,
Exactly.
perhaps, Mr. O'Doyle, you could put the weapon away.
Yes.
There are 4 of you and 1 of me, Mr. O'Doyle. There's no need for a firearm.
Ian, put that on
Okay,
the door.
4 of us and 1 of her, and she nearly broke my neck.
Really?
Yeah.
I was aware that she was trained, but I've never seen her in action.
She's crazy.
I'm still not fucking convinced that you're not some monster.
I mean, I'm not sure what I can do or say to convince you. I'm not entirely sure of the nature of this monster thing that you're describing. I mean, you say it looks like
some blood from him, couldn't we?
I would be happy for you to do so, Doctor. I don't understand how this person was able to impersonate me such that you believed I was that person on site. I mean, that is quite a disguise.
Farrington bled normally whenever I shot him. It's not.
Okay, so Adam,
Is Keen put the gun down yet?
No, actually, I'm doing that thing that you know,
waving
people with guns are.
that,
I'm kind of waving around and pressing it against my head, like pressing my hands against my head, like I'm not barrel against my head, but I'm talking like it's just in my hand and I'm trying to like rub at my temples. I'm very confused and I'm not sure what to think at the moment.
Sure.
All right, so let me.
Go
ahead. All right, so time to do the monologue thing. Sir, as you see, we are utterly and uberly paranoid. If uberly is an actual word, we are just severely paranoid. We don't know who to trust. We don't know any. So it's like we don't even know if you're human or not. But I don't know how we can figure that out. But all we can do is trust you.
Right. I understand this has been a difficult experience for you all. I mean, I can't pretend to understand everything. It's a little strange, but you have the photograph. There's a document record here. I've spoken to the Major. He's verified a lot of what you've said. I have no reason to not believe that what is happening to you.
You said Parsons didn't have the authority to whatever Operation Witchpire. What does he have the authority over?
Well, he would be able to request to enact the operation, but as I have just made the phone call and inquired about, he was never given permission to enact Operation Witchpire. And the reason I know the details of Operation Witchpire the way I do was I was the one who wrote the initial portfolio for it. I was the one who wrote the mission.
Sir?
Yes?
What is this book? I hold out the book.
It pauses for a second. As if, you can imagine somebody be like, how did you find that? Kind of thing where he doesn't say anything.
We're incredibly fucking paranoid. The second you left, we searched every nook.
We are utterly
personal. It's a personal note to myself. As I said, I was working undercover for a long time. I need to keep a record of certain things to keep my story straight.
What's that about? People are fools? Church and belief?
There is. How much were you told before taking this mission about the Nazi organization of the occult?
I was a fucking truck driver. I didn't even want to be that.
Yeah, we didn't know nothing about that.
You, Mr. Barker, also had no knowledge.
But now it's all coming as explanation, so it's like, uh-oh.
Yeah, I just cut people's hair for a living. I don't know why I'm here at all.
What?
I just take pictures.
I'm sorry. I'm completely bewildered and puzzled at why any of you are here in the first place.
Frankly, so are we.
Finally, someone fucking sees it.
The reason why they brought me is because of what I saw this creature. And I guess they wanted to use that to try to...
Anybody watching Milo when you say so, this creature, can you roll my investigation dice?
Oh, for sure.
Nope.
Motherfucker, it's insane!
What's that?
Can I?
Hallucinating. He's got tentacles and eyes and things.
No, he definitely
Can I
doesn't
try?
have that. Okay, no, I mean you say that and it's like,
Dang it!
you saw this creature previously.
Well, it wasn't a good glimpse, but I remember seeing something, and the only thing I actually remember was the smell.
Where did you see it?
Where did we say the battle was? Or did
It
we
was
ever say?
in southern Italy.
It was in southern Italy.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, well that makes a little sense, I suppose. I'm sorry, what did you ask me?
Really?
Is there anything?
Oh, I guess what the book was about. Yeah.
Well, I asked.
Yeah, sorry, gone.
Well, yeah, we already asked about the book, so
Yeah, see, the book is my notes. I got a lot of things I need to keep straight, names, information, and I can't just have it lying around.
okay. I give it back to him. Apologies for snooping.
Well, thank you. Puts it in his pocket.
Well,
But you were asking Phil's church, as I was saying, the Nazis and Airby, they have an organization which is a purpose is to justify the ideology of the Nazis, how there was once an Aryan race and they were the precursor to all the knowledge and advances in science and such, etc., that they believe in. But within this organization, there is a smaller, tighter cabal. And these people don't necessarily believe in the same ideology. They call themselves the Church of Apophis, and they are basically a doomsday cult, seeking to bring about Armageddon.
when he brings up that occult, I bring up the people that saved us.
The cult, the Brotherhood of
Yeah,
Pep.
the Brotherhood.
Of a Pep, yeah.
Yeah, the Brotherhood that we found was.
I mean, I'm not sure how much you know of mythology, Mr. Winston, but Apophis is simply the ancient Greek name for a Pep, which was, of course, an ancient Egyptian deity. But this cult is they believe that by bringing about Armageddon, they will somehow be reborn and masters of the world or humanity or some such. They're quite delusional.
Not as delusional as you'd think.
So, what can we do to save the world?
Well, perhaps I've been honest with you. If there's anything you haven't been honest about, perhaps you could enlighten me. I mean,
That's
your
all.
story unfolded, and you went from not knowing where you were to knowing you were in a maze, you were looking for something, these people wanted you to find something. I'm here to find what the Nazis were looking for so that they cannot get their hands on it. But we are still unclear as to what exactly they are seeking. I was uncovered before I was given details.
I need a dark room because there were some pictures I took.
I can get you a dark room.
All right, because there are pictures I took. Maybe they can help. All right.
But when you were there in this maze,
in that weird maze,
you didn't find like an artifact or a volume or something of information. I mean, they must have been looking for a particular thing.
Looking for a map.
Yeah.
A map. Well, like a canvas? Was there a mural map on the wall you took a picture of?
I think I did snag that picture. I just took as many pictures as I could. That's why I need a dark room to see what pictures I took.
Oh fuck, did he take a picture of the tablet?
Yes.
Yes, I did.
Oh.
Well, I can certainly get you a dark room, Mr. Winston.
On it.
Perhaps if Mr. O'Doyle would put his weapon away.
Yeah, you can put that weapon away.
Please believe me, Mr. O'Doyle. We are on the same side here. And although you have been misled so far, I'm not entirely sure why, or by whom,
You have a pen and paper, by the way?
Of course. You'll definitely have pen and paper. Everybody did.
Okay, I go and get the pen and paper.
But we will have to decide what to do about Miss Charbonneau.
Oh.
She will no doubt remember what happened to her when she comes to.
That's why I'm writing the letter on
I can't have my cover blown with her, because that could endanger potential leads and contacts that I need.
Well, we can disperse.
Yeah, I think if we go somewhere else, then it just looks like we jumped her and got away.
Yeah.
What?
Yes, you didn't mention anything else about our conversation to her?
No.
Okay, well that's good. Yes, I can come up with a story.
All right, I write the letter there.
I said that you'd went to get a prescription because I was like your doctor. You could maybe say something along those lines as well.
I don't think that means shit. He made it worse.
Yeah, but
I just put sorry for kicking you in the face.
We really have nothing to go on other than your word.
I don't have anything to go on except your word. And perhaps these pictures that Mr. Winston has.
Yep.
Like a little bit of trust, and we'll see.
So yeah, are we gonna just leave her here or just what?
Yes, leave her here. I'll make it that I found her. And
okay, so
I explained to her that she must have been attacked. You must be some sort of British or American agents that attacked her.
Oh. She says she'll remember us.
No, of course she'll remember you. Why wouldn't she?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I write the letter. Sorry for kicking you in the face, and that put it on the side of the bed.
Totally sorry for thinking you were an SS spy and I kicked you in the face.
I mean, she is a spy, but
Yeah.
Yeah. I just say sorry for.
Wait, is everyone writing on my paper?
Sorry, he's not going to show her the note that says you're sorry for kicking the face or anything like that. Obviously, he's going to pretend he doesn't know who you are.
Yeah.
Oh right. Okay. Never mind then.
Okay.
Get the paper, pen and paper.
Let's go.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, you've been hiding out for a while now. Do you have somewhere you can go?
Do we?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to go back to that. No, we can't go back to that because that old dude could be there. We'll go to another hotel.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Here. Yeah. He goes into one of his drawers, takes out his wallet, takes out some money, gives you it. This should be enough to keep you covered for the next few days if need be.
Thank you.
There's a small hotel on the western outskirts of town, maybe like half a mile outside the city boundary. If you
is that the same hotel that we've went to?
No.
Okay.
If you can lay low there, I'll get in touch with you as soon as possible, and I will. Do you want to give me the film and I'll have it developed, or do you want me to find a darkroom you can use?
I need a darkroom.
We should be together.
No, of course, but I could take the film and have it developed, and then.
Oh no! Wait! I need to do the darkroom. I'm sorry, sir.
Oh, no, that's no problem at all. I will get you the equipment you need and bring it to you.
Kane will finally put away the pistol. But he is looking stressed and confused and embarrassed, probably.
Yeah.
Just frustrated.
It's understandable.
Still doesn't quite believe Milo's story, but it's just believable enough that it's like fully making Kane question his own actions now.
Is there anything else you want to ask him before you take the money and go into hiding?
How can we get in contact with you?
Well, if you find that hotel and hole up there, I'll be able to find you.
Awesome.
What if something happens to you?
Yeah.
If I
that's
don't
a-
show within the next 3 or 4 days at the latest, I assume the worst. You
Got
can
it.
get in contact with Major Noble. I know it's probably not going to go so well for you, Mr. O'Doyle, but he is more sympathetic than you would believe. And he, too, wants answers for what has been going on.
I'm a dead man either way. Let's go.
All right. Let us move out.
Okay, so you leave the room with your free money. Get to the elevator or the stairs, head back down, out into the street. Find some sort of public transportation. I don't know. I don't think they had trams. I'm sure they had something.
Maybe a taxi.
Yeah,
maybe a
of
taxi
some
or something.
of some sort. Yeah, probably. And make your way to that destination if that's where you want to go.
Yeah, Can's got no other ideas. And he kind of feels like maybe he should stop making decisions now.
Yeah, so I mean, the little hotel is going to be there just as he said. It's a very unassuming building. It seems very quiet. It is a little bit out of the way. It's not very touristy. When you inquire about rooms, only one room is currently being taken. It's winter. And you're able to get rooms each if you wish, or you can share rooms. That's up to you.
Yeah, Can just finds a spot on the floor, just sits up against the wall, and I think after a while just passes out.
Okay, are you sharing a room with anyone, Keen, or were you on your own room?
I thought there was only one room.
No, you can have a room each if you want, or you can share a room. It's up to you guys.
Oh.
There's only one person occupying a room when you get there. The rest of it's empty.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. Kian's going with the group. He's on autopilot at the moment. He's not making decisions.
So what do you guys want? Do you want to share a room? Do you want to get separate rooms? What?
I'm gonna share a room. What the hell?
Well, I mean, it's unusual for 4 people to share a room.
We're freaky like that.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to share a room?
We could get
let's just get 2 separate rooms.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. If we get 2.
Yeah, who's sharing with Keen?
Gloria's.
Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna share with
Instant reaction. No, I'm not sharing a room with that
Don't put
crazy
me in here with
bastard.
a bad man.
It's crazy.
What's wrong with Can?
Oh, plenty wrong with Can. Even Kian knows there's plenty wrong with Kian.
Who is sharing a room with Keen?
Ain't nothing wrong with Can. He just
So you are?
miserable.
Adam?
Alright, yeah,
Me?
Adam probably.
Yeah, you don't think there's anything wrong with
No, he doesn't want me because I'll reality check. I'm like, yeah, good job for today.
So
Dude,
we'll get 2 rooms, says Lewis, and we'll split it so we're both, it's 2 and 2. And you go up to the rooms and Kean goes into one, and you all kind of stand there looking at each other, and you just walk on and leave him there in the room himself. And the 3 of you go in the other room. Is that what happens?
Yes.
Actually, I'm
Ian's not gonna know the difference, honestly.
Actually, now I feel paranoid because I'm like, wait, did we leave him in there alone?
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think one of us should stay with him. I
Yes,
mean,
that's what I'm asking.
I'll go if you want.
Are you going in to
Alright.
check on him, Lewis, or are you actually going to bunk with him?
I'll stay with him in case anything happens to him during the night. I feel like somebody should try and watch him because he seems to be like the worst affected of us at the moment.
Yep.
Okay. So, Keen, I mean, are you just flopping on the bed, fully clothed, go to sleep? I mean, is there anything you do before you lie down?
Nah. Actually, I think he would have just enough forethought to take the pistol out of his pants and at the very least stuff it under the pillow before he just collapses on top of the covers, shoes on and everything.
Okay.
Yeah, he is done.
And Lewis, roll me a 1 dice investigation.
Oh fuck. I bet I know what you're gonna find.
Bare minimum. Do you want an insight roll that? I think you do.
Yeah, I suppose I better.
Say it again.
Oh, sorry, I pressed the wrong thing again.
Lower your insight down to 4 before you do it.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, it doesn't matter. Make an insight roll anyway.
Yeah.
Well, it might matter. Okay, you hold it together as when Keen flops down, you just see the gap between the bottom of his like shirt jacket and his trousers, his belt. You can just see this sort of black rubbery texture at the bottom of his spine, kind of like mottled, with his skin sort of mottled with it, and the sweat obviously from his the base of his spine just gives a slight sort of burnt rubbery sort of scent to the air, and that's where we finish today.
Are you sure you don't? I was gonna say, are you sure you don't want to go in the other room?
Nah, man, it's cool. It's just, you know, it's just a bit of dirt. You know, I haven't bathed in it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't look good.
My natural musk is the scent of burnt rubber. You know, that's just how it is.
You could try some rubbing alcohol, maybe.
Oh my god. I fucking knew it, man. You have got to be so proud of yourself for throwing a monster that could shapeshift at us, because now we're fucking paranoid. And of course you're gonna throw a normal guy at us.
Nobody made you shoot him in the stomach in front of the brigadier major and the other people. That was all you.
Yeah. I know it was, but still.
Like, when you've got that noose around your neck, just remember you did that.
Yes, yeah, I absolutely did, and I do it again.
Sometimes you want that random. You want that element of chaos.
Attacking an instant movement.
I panic, and I don't know how to create a solution like a scalpel, and I just take a sledgehammer to it.
Yeah, you pretty much do. Like, I feel like
we're
like, you can put us all in a tricky situation.
I don't mean to, because I know I hear too many stories of like toxic players, and I really hope I'm not like ruining everybody else's enjoyment of it.
No, I just
default to like, I don't know how to use a scalpel. Let me just take a hammer to it and brute force.
You're like a child with a lollipop, man.
Like I said, it's fine because this feels like character development. So it's like, okay, so we're all paranoid.
You're right, because his character went through all this stuff 20 years ago. You guys didn't.
Yeah.
He's already half crazy. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So this makes sense that he's just cracking.
Yeah,
and
for
it
sure.
kind of doesn't surprise me a little bit. So I'm like, what does Ian see that we don't?
Yeah.
Yeah, because right from the start, you were like cracking a wee bit. Like the cracks were already formed.
Well, yeah, because I was just starting to feel normal again, and then I'm thrust right back into it, and then it's just been getting worse and worse ever since. And yeah, Kian feels trapped. He's paranoid, doesn't know who to trust. And is now reaching to the point where maybe he can't even trust himself now.
Now he smells like burned rubber. I was like, oh crap.
I was already told that I'm infected.
If it wasn't for Adam's photograph, there would be nothing for anything you say to like have a shred of evidence to back up.
Told you.
It is all Kian saying this and Kian saw that.
Yeah. Because and
then shot a guy because of this, and everyone was like, "Oh no!"
Yeah. And so even you guys probably are like, I mean, I didn't see the body.
Well, they saw the monster, so.
Yeah, no, they saw the monster. Yeah, and that came out of the bits and pieces of Farrington. But yeah, that's about it, though. Yeah, the entire that entire interrogation in Milo's room was like, kids just like, yep, this is just throwing more evidence on top of I'm just crazy.
I'm in danger.
It's alright, Miles a friend, he's here to help.
Hey,
Of course, he would betray us again.
Dark.
That face is trustworthy.
Check your wish list when you can.
What wish list? A Steam one?
Yes.
You need to stop buying me games.
Oh no, I didn't buy you games. I'm sorry. The thing is that something's going down on Steam, and it's like, what the hell? Because half of all the games I had on my wish list are like being delisted and shit.
No.
Are you going to do the are you going to play in the one-shot game? The Santa.
I mean, when this one's done,
when
this one's done, my Sunday one's done. Sundays and Tuesdays, but one shots for a while.
Yeah.
They can see it's on events. It's on the 17th for the Christmas one.
Yeah.
I don't know because I may be doing stuff.
I should be able to, no problem.
Yeah.
My wish list looks okay. I got a bunch of stuff on sale.
Okay, so none of the stuff is.
I mean, I don't know if any of it's gone because there's like 200 things in this fucking list.
Come on, man. It's just. I was weirded out. I was like, what is going on? Why is all this stuff being delisted?
You follow a bunch of really small indie guys, though. Maybe they've just taken their stuff off or whatever.
Maybe.
But yeah, again, I really hope I don't, like, whenever I do the brute force thing, I really hope I'm not, like, taking away from anybody's fun or anything like that. I really don't mean to do that. I just,
You're fine.
No,
It's character.
No, you're fine.
Unless somebody else does something, I'm like, okay, I guess I gotta do something now.
No, I mean, you just get excited and
whatever.
talk a lot.
Yeah. That's
I was just happy you didn't shoot her. I was like, oh god.
Yeah.
No, cause yeah.
Fancy hotels, not the place
Then
to do
I'll
it.
be all like, what are you doing, man?
I mean, I'm crazy. I'm not stupid. Question mark.
You're not.
I'm not stupid yet.
Yo,
I'm not stupid, but I'm not smart.
I think given the setting and everything, you want a little bit of anarchy and chaos to just spice it up a bit. I mean, if all we were doing was like following the rules and investigating carefully, it might be kind of flat,
I hope I'm at least doing that, or
why is this?
Making it interesting.
Well, I mean, you're just
annoying.
doing stuff is fine. It's just as long as the situations that get created by it seem logical to everyone, and interesting to everyone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and again, as long as I'm not taken away from that, then I won't feel so bad. But yeah, if I am, please say something. I will quit my shit. Well, shut up.
I mean, if you were annoying me, I would tell you.
Yep.
Oh boy, but hey, that was a fucking turn.
Yeah, I wonder what happens next.
Well,
But yeah, darn it, it's too damn expensive.
I mean, yeah, for sure, Kian's doomed, like, one way or another. Firing squad or worm transformation, or insanity, let's be honest.
Yeah, not exactly what I was going to do and end it like, but yeah.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Oh,
It's like,
that's fair.
yeah.
That's 100% fair.
It's going to be a little calmer than what you would.
I'm sorry. Trust him. Look at that face has betrayed us once already. Even if he's not the monster, he's probably working for the enemy.
Well, I mean, he quite openly said he was a spy, so.
Yeah, exactly. What kind of spy does that?
He's a spy, and she's a spy. So, I mean, you can't trust anything either of them say, really, can you?
No, yeah. And then we got a fucking face-stealing monster running about.
But hey, it's fine. You smashed the tablet. Nothing bad can happen, right?
Yep. Until it turns out he fucking took a picture of it.
I
Dude,
mean,
if he even
without saying
twitches-
anything else that might work out better for you than the alternative.
What? How? I thought that was... Oh! Fucking confusing me.
I mean, that's not hard.
Yeah, no, it's really not. Oh, when this game is over, there's so many questions. I've got a list.
Right, I hope that was okay, guys. I know that one was kind of short. And it was just a lot of
that's fine.
talking.
Yeah, it was fine.
Yeah, it was perfectly alright. Yeah. I'm probably gonna need to head off. I really need to get something to eat.
Yeah, no worries, man.
Yeah.
I need to finish my XCOM game.
Catch like
Cool. I'll catch you then. See
Yeah,
you.
catch you later.